Yeah. So this is the new setup.
I was in here first. I got in here the second you said in VC now. I jumped in here.
That's fair. I had to rearrange my desk to try to set up the tarot, cause I now have a, like, phone holder for my camera that I have down here. Oh, if it doesn't break on me. Who is calling me when I am trying to stream?
You have another phone for the purpose of using it for a camera.
Yeah, I don't know where that went right now.
It was in... what?
I lost it. I was cleaning and I lost it. I need to find it again.
You know what? I'm gonna give you a hint. And if I'm right...
Yeah.
Everybody in chat has to donate $100. Just, that's the rules.
That's the rules?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Look in the top cabinet of your file cabinet.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I gotta grab my keys, because it's locked. That's the wrong key!
You heard it here first, chat. She is not the brightest bulb in the bunch.
This is our streamer, chat.
There's a broken capture card and there's my passport. That's about it.
Well, guess she lost the phone. Guess you all got saved of spending money.
And, like, 2 old AirPod cases. Oh my gosh, I think it's my mom I think it's my mom calling me. I think she's trying to do her weekly check-in. Ah!
Hi, I'm streaming. It's a Tuesday, not a Monday. Thanks. Goodbye.
Yeah, I think I told her to call on Tuesday because I think she had a meeting on Monday or something. Hold on. How do I do this? I'm gonna have to text her from my watch. Because I can't grab my phone. Hello, Thunder. Jesus.
Does that surprise you at all?
No. Welcome to the Scuff stream. How's it going? Hi, you can see my hand. Hand reveal.
Hand reveal? Damn, this bitch really just said, here's my hands, for free.
Text McMom.
For free.
Hey, I totally forgot I was gonna call you.
You probably
I'm
should
streaming.
fucking deafen.
Love you.
Oh my god, this lady doesn't even understand what the fuck she's doing.
I'm texting my mom!
Streamer, everybody.
What is it?
Professional streamer, everyone.
Is it a crime to tell my mom I'm streaming and I love her?
I don't know. Now they know that you love your mom.
Oh, I'm so sorry about that, guys. So sorry you know I love my mom. Okay. How's everyone in chat doing? How are we all doing? Also, is there a channel point redemption now? There should have been.
Yes, there was one.
Okay, cool.
I didn't use it because why would I? I get free ones.
No, that's fine.
I'm mod.
That's fine. I'm just asking.
See, she agreed. That's all. That's all that matters. She agreed.
You act as if you ask tarot readings every day.
Of course I do.
Hi, Dolly. How's it going? How you doing? How do you guys like the new background, by the way? I took like 45 minutes and just sat at the end and recorded this. I'm gonna be so honest.
Yeah, I expected that. Expected.
I love the new background. Thank you. I was told by Owl that my other background was AI, and I didn't know that until they pointed it out. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go change this now. So I went into Minecraft and just recorded for like 45 minutes and just let it loop.
Okay. If I do this, I'm pretty sure this will kill me.
What are you doing?
Isaac.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I expected.
Okay, that's a big jellyfish. I have 2 stories to start with from r/no-sleep. So, I have either my neighbor's apartment was sealed for over 20 years. Last Friday they opened it. I wish they hadn't. Or I have my neighbor has been beckoning my children from his window at night. Which one do you guys want to start with? It is very pretty colors. I agree. I like this biome.
Or are you asking chat?
I'm asking everyone. Whoever wants to give me an answer can give me an answer. I'm gonna be so honest. Apartment 1?
Yeah.
Alright. Anyone have any opposition to the apartment 1?
Oh yeah, you don't live in an apartment anymore? No longer realistic, sorry.
No, that's true. I'm sorry. Both at the same time?
No.
I don't know how
Fake relatability.
How the fuck am I supposed to multitask like that? Am I supposed to go back and forth between every other word?
Yeah. Get out of my head.
No. I live there rent-free.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does that shock you? You live in Void's head rent-free. Does that shock you?
No. But everyone that lives in my head
My
should pay
life
up.
is a sitcom, and I'm ready for the series finale.
I was really hoping that rodent party would. I was really hoping that would be the.
I was hoping it too.
You send Void the other one, and you both read it. We could do it that way. We could do the
Nightmare.
twin way of just reading at the exact same time, the exact same pace. Oh, also, I should probably tell people what each of the decks are. So, the Star Spinner is the one that Amaterasu normally tends to use for guidance. The Cat Tarot is what I use to communicate with Mau Mau. And then the Shadowscapes Tarot is Loki's Tarot. So if you guys do a tarot reading and you want a specific deck, you can ask for a specific deck as well. I should probably clarify that. You guys are more than welcome to ask for one of these 3 decks. I also have other decks. I'm just not grabbing them right now because there's like 30 of them, and I don't feel like going through all of them. So, you guys are more than welcome to pick out a deck at some point too, if you would like. Steals knees. Why are you stealing my knees again? Also,
I feel like this happens every time.
it does. I want you to know, Tolly DM'd me about the new offline screen, and he requested that I grow legs, and my only response was, it's just temporary, Owl's making an official one, then I'll grow legs. And his...
You're not allowed to have legs.
Yeah, his reaction was just pog legs, and that was it, basically.
Tolly, you're gooning over some legs now?
No!
I get it.
Oh
I mean, that's kind of odd.
I'm not Cynthia, that's not the same. Really shocked I stole your knees? No, I'm just shocked you don't go for, like, the elbows or, like, the knuckles at some point.
My response
There
was,
we go. I knew he would come in to defend himself. That's why I said it. Now he's here.
Shut the
We
fuck
all
up.
knew that would happen.
My response was, Tolly LFG, we love growing legs. That was my response.
Yeah.
If you're gonna quote me, get it correct.
Tolly,
Don't
you
make it seem like I'm
understand I have,
screaming
like,
over you.
fucking
My
10
name isn't Raisin
fucking
Gear. I'm
Reddit
not
stories
simping over
open.
you.
I have 10 tabs open. I can't tab over to Discord. I don't know where Discord's vanished to.
The fighting. Ah!
If you guys thought today was going to be anywhere near normal,
I'm in pain. I feel like I'm gonna throw up any
When
moment
is
now.
Eclipse's stream ever normal?
I literally woke
when
up
she's
today.
locked for fucking 4 days straight.
That does get a little bit normal-ish, actually. At
At that
times.
point, we've all kind.
I
At
don't
that
think
point, we've all kind of like equaled out.
At
our,
that
like,
point, we
energy
just
levels.
kind of have died on the inside.
Yeah.
You're not already down the inside? Damn. What's that
Not
like?
all the time. There are some times where I feel very much alive, and then it slowly fades away.
This
By the
game
way,
sucks.
Can I get everyone's opinion on something? I need to know if I'm the crazy one between me and my friend.
Okay.
Like, so would you say it's reasonable? Like, if it's raining, it's reasonable to cancel plans.
What are the plans?
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, what are the plans? That's kind of
Okay,
more important.
Like,
It
so
also
the
depends
plan.
on if you have to take public transport to get to them as well.
Yeah.
So the plans is just to go get lunch. So we will be in a building, but we don't know where we're gonna get lunch, so we might have to walk around. So if it's raining, there would be a level of getting wet.
It depends, because, like, you could
Okay.
totally make
It
the
depends on the
decision...
level.
Hold on.
Well, you could totally
Hold
make the
on.
decision to go to a specific place beforehand, before having to go, like, walk around in the rain, and go to that place still. Well, it's not canceling the plans, it's changing the plans a bit.
Hold on. I feel like we're missing a part here. Tolly, are you the Wicked Witch of the fucking West or some shit? What, you melt with water? Are you afraid of the fucking water?
No, look, I
Dude, I didn't think, I took you as I thought you were a Fortnite player, not a League of Legends. The fuck you mean?
Look, I
Yeah.
just don't like having nice clean clothes and showering and getting nice and clean and going into fucking dirty rainwater. I'd rather not. because
You're
then
English, you drink dirty water. What the fuck do you mean? Alright, anyway.
Jesus.
Because then you also like then you just like sat around in the wet clothes and that's not a good feeling. Like
Umbrella, poncho,
I was gonna say, like,
I'm sorry, umbrellas in the UK are terrible. They do not work.
poncho.
so what I'm hearing is the UK has a problem that America has solved. I'm not
Okay,
starting
so,
politics.
wait,
This is
so
morally. This is just solely a joke because I do this to Tolly all the time, where we make fun of his food, he makes fun of ours. I make fun of
Question.
his country, makes fun of my
Question.
country.
Question: Isn't rain like isn't it always raining in the UK? Isn't it like
Not
more of a
always.
joke?
Also,
we've
how
got-
heavy
that's
is the
fine.
rain?
Yeah, like if it's a little bit of drizzle, fine, right? I'm all about like actual visible rain, like because drizzle is not super visible.
I'm
like,
about to go outside when it starts fucking pouring and go, is this too much rain for you,
We're literally on like, what is it, tropical
Hurricane
storm
watch.
watch or some
We're under
shit?
hurricane watch, basically.
Yeah, so we're about to get fucking
When aren't you?
pelted. When aren't we? Most of the time.
Actually,
I
no.
don't know,
It's where I am. That's almost constantly on a
Yeah.
really bad storm
We're not-
watch.
we're
Can I
not-
have the rain, by the
I'm
way?
not in
Our
Florida.
crops are dying.
we're,
like,
we
anyway, so I said to him, it's like we'll be meeting up and we'll go get lunch, whatever, you know, like unless it's raining, and I'm like actual like visible like heavy kind of rain, like, just like drizzle, right?
I mean,
What do you consider a heavy rain? I have driven in a monsoon before,
Yeah.
so like I get like I understand saying like I'll give you the honest answer. If it's like raining to the point where like I can see the rain, I think you're wrong for canceling. If you're saying it's raining sideways, like it is aggressive to the point where from walking from
like
like,
20
your
plus
house-
mile per hour wind type thing.
oh, that's what I was gonna say. If you're walking from like your road, like from your house, from the front door of your house to your mailbox, right? And you come back completely soaked, absolutely, that's worth it to
That
cancel
too.
plans. But if it's something on the level of like it's raining, you won't be fully soaked unless you're out there for like 10 plus 20 minutes. I
Well,
wouldn't
we-
say cancel then.
Well, it's just because like we don't know where we're gonna like go to get food. We have an
You
idea
could
of like one
do
or two
that.
places.
You could talk about that before.
Yeah, but the thing is like we don't know how busy the place is gonna be, so we might then have to leave to go to another place, right?
That just sounds like poor planning.
We can't predict how busy a place is gonna be. We like
Well,
You
what,
can Google
what,
it
I was
and
gonna
they
say, what
literally
day
tell
are you
you.
going? Because most of the time, if you're going during the week, most
Today.
places
This
are.
sounds like a today thing.
it's a tomorrow thing. It's Wednesday.
Okay.
but
Okay.
It's a Wednesday thing, right?
It
But anyway,
shouldn't be
but-
that busy then, because most people are working
mean,
during
yeah,
the middle
but-
of the week on Wednesday. Being realistic, most people are either
Yeah, but-
working that day
Holly, your
or.
introvert showing.
Yeah.
Yes, I am very introverted.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I have a question
but-
for you, Tali. Are you
Yeah.
just looking for an excuse?
I was gonna say, do you want to
No,
go
no,
to these
no, no, no.
plans?
No, I want to go.
Blink
I just
twice if you want me to get you out of them.
No, I just don't look. I just don't like having to go in the rain and getting my clothes wet and having to be in wet clothes. Okay, I think that's reasonable.
Okay, here's
but-
I'm gonna ask a very serious question for a minute. Is this like one of those things where you guys think that 70 degrees Fahrenheit is hot and you guys are just fucking wrong? Because it was 92 today at 6 in the morning, and currently, even with the storm warning, is 91.
It's
Come to
warm
the
out.
UK and then tell me 70 Fahrenheit.
I know that I know it's a different heat entirely. Like I'm well aware. Like I've heard that argument, and every time I say the same thing, come here and experience what a true summer is, and you'll understand. Yes, I understand that it's hot for you
humidity.
guys.
May I, as someone who lives in humidity, Tali, your temperature to us would be nice to me.
It'd be
Your temperature
bliss.
would be nice. I live in a constantly humid, constantly hot area.
Polar, why are you telling L? Who are you L'ing?
If you're Elling the Brit, we understand.
Who?
Because 70
But,
is winter for me.
Anyway,
The water thing, is this one of those situations where where it's like rain is such an inconvenience that it's like truthfully, like because like I know
L
that
to
the weather
the
there
Brit.
is so
Okay.
weird.
I just don't want to be in wet clothes. I think that's a reasonable.
Okay,
thing.
that's a fair point.
Well, I can agree that
Like,
is reasonable.
that's my whole thing with
No, no,
having to go out in
that
the rain
part-
is getting wet clothes and sitting in wet clothes, right?
No, that part I completely agree with you.
But like, here's where this is where he's gaslighting me. I feel like, and this is why I need to go this way. This is like, so you know how like with autistic people, like
Hi,
we
Zero.
we just go point A, point B, and skip everything in between. Like we just solve the problem, right? And then it takes neurotypical people half an hour to go through the steps to get to the same conclusion we got to in 5 seconds, right? He's doing
Yeah.
the same thing with like, okay, point A is house, point B is taxi, point C is the place we're going to eat, and he's just skipping the whole outside part. Like he doesn't seem to grasp the fact you have to go into the outside, into where it's potentially wet,
He's
because his whole thing is just No, we'll be in the dry.
Well, he's probably
He doesn't see the
assuming
grass
that
being
it's
wet
gonna.
part.
He's probably assuming that it's gonna be like a minimum of like 2 minutes outside once you get from the taxi to where you're
No,
going.
he is.
That's what
But
I'm assuming his thought process is. Is his
No, it
thinking
literally is.
he's
He
not
said
gonna
you'll
be
be-
that long. So
No, it literally is. He said you'll be outside for 2 minutes, right? But it's
yeah.
like, you still have to go into the outside, into the wet, where if it's raining, like, it's like you're still standing around for like 2 minutes, like getting wet.
Yeah, but if it's not that bad
Yeah, but
of rain,
this
then
is why
it's
I-
not.
Depends on the level of rain.
Yeah.
This is what that's what I was asking when you're like, is it wrong to no? That's why I'm asking. Is this one of those things where like Brits think that rain is a completely different thing than what we see it as? Because like the way this sounds is yes, the rain is going to be bad enough to where you don't want to be out in it. But I've literally been out in a monsoon and gone, I'm fine.
Yeah.
This is not the most pleasant thing in the world,
like,
but it's not. I wouldn't cancel my
why talking
plans
about
because
rain?
of that.
Tolly was asking if he was justified in wanting to basically possibly cancel plans depending on rain and stuff. So we're trying to figure out the situation and everything before we go into stories.
The specific thing is about like having to leave house, into taxi, into new place, and just skipping the, like having to be
But
in the
it's-
outside part.
But
Like-
how long are you truthfully outside? Are you fucking? To be
I was gonna say,
100%
are
honest
you
with
walking like
are you
10
sitting
blocks,
there?
or are you just walking from the taxi inside past the sidewalk? What is the distance?
It would be my house to taxi to the place into the building, but
I think you're insane.
Yeah,
But-
you sound like you're
because-
way
because
overthinking this.
no, because I do overthink.
I'm saying, I sound like you're way
over.
overthinking this, like way
Yeah,
more than you should
but-
be.
Because my brain is also taken into the account of like, oh, we might have to be walking around town to go to a different place to eat if we can't eat in the place we're going to be going
Okay,
to.
genuine question. Why wouldn't you just get another taxi?
Because everything's just within walking distance within town.
Okay, so
Like,
then
our town is small. Like it would be really ridiculous to call taxi. Okay, pick us up from fucking.
Okay, so
Wetherspoons and take us to
how
this
long would
place.
it be to walk, let's say, down to another restaurant? Would it be 5 minutes? Would it be 10 minutes? What's the distance?
It would be like a 5-minute walk.
Okay.
so you're
the
out. Is this
second
okay?
place.
Then answer this. What is
But-
the precipitation? Like, what's the precipitation for tomorrow?
No, so like the weather's saying it's not going to be raining, right? But my whole thing was like weather reports aren't 100% accurate, like it could change type deal.
I'm gonna
Like-
reiterate.
Oh
I
my
think you're
God.
I was
overthinking
on
this
your
way
side.
too much.
I was on your
Oh my
side
God.
until you said that there's no.
Tolly,
Like,
you're way
Look, I know
overthinking
I'm
this, buddy.
Look, no. I know I'm overthinking about it. I just like
I
ignore
know,
what
I-
the
okay.
weather's going to be
Chance, by
tomorrow.
that chance, California's going to catch fire, and why even go outside? They're going to ruin the air population. Come on, man.
You,
God, I mean-
Tolly, I understand not wanting to go out in rain, but like,
I'm not canceling tomorrow. Like I'm just asking,
Wonderful. We're so proud of you for that.
But thank you.
yes, I think you would be kind of crazy if you cancel tomorrow when there's not even like a 90 to 100%
No,
chance of rain.
The whole thing is not me actually canceling tomorrow. It was purely like the whole thing is just like, is it crazy to cancel plans
Tomorrow,
based
Zero.
on rain?
Tomorrow.
Okay, if the rain,
I
and
don't
I'm
think
going to
it's,
make
I
this
don't
as
think it's
clear as
crazy
I
to
can.
cancel if it's raining, but I don't think this is really up for concern right now.
If
I
If
kind
the
of
reason you're canceling is it's raining and the rain is very bad, like I would give you like proper, hey, this is like unsafe to drive in levels of rain. Absolutely, because I know you don't drive. So I know that like, you'd have to take a taxi, and if you don't feel safe in a taxi because it's not safe to drive, absolutely no questions asked.
right.
But when the problem that you're using is if it's raining at all, is it justified? Yes and no. I mean, it's up to you and how important these plans truthfully are.
I was gonna
Obviously,
say
it
for
depends
like
on the level of rain.
I was gonna
but
say
it's
for
just-
me personally, I would never cancel plans that are inside when it comes to rain. Just me personally. It would really just depend because like if I'm walking 10 blocks and it's downpouring, yeah, I'm not going to want to do that to go from point A to point B. But if I'm walking like 2 minutes to 5 minutes, I don't care personally. But that's me.
I go swimming
So-
in the rain.
It really depends on what you're comfortable with, obviously, but like it's up to you. But I think you're overthinking it personally.
I overthink everything.
Oh yeah, I
What's in my
know.
brain?
I'm just saying, I think you're like way overthinking this, more so than you should be.
he's skipping the whole like you have to be outside part of it.
And you're
Can I bring
skipping
up something
the
on this?
outside.
You're being on one side, yeah, I see what you're saying because what you're saying is like understandable.
Yeah.
But you're also basically saying the same thing going.
You're skipping
But
the
it's weird
there's
because-
no chance of rain, basically.
Well, no, what Tolly's problem and the reason why this is such why it's a problem is he's going, is it wrong to do it because it's going to rain if it does? And Tolly's answer is it wrong that I want to cancel, period, if there was rain? Would it be wrong? Because his friend is basically saying, well, you're not in the rain long, that's a bad reason to do it.
No, he's not even saying that. It's just like he just doesn't grasp the
Then
idea
what the
of
fuck
the
is the
outside.
problem?
This
my guy.
seems way overcomplicated, if I'm being completely honest.
Because he doesn't seem to grasp the idea of the fact that you have to go outside before you get into the inside of the
No, he
ride.
grasps that.
doesn't
He
grasp the
just
idea of the
no,
plan.
you
when you get rained on.
You-
Are you literally going to melt if water touches you?
no, Tolly. He understands that. His thought process is this place is gonna be so busy. It's a Wednesday in the middle of the day. It's not going to be busy enough for us to have to leave to walk across town. That's what his thought process is. He understands we're going to be outside. He understands it's going to be like 2 minutes to get from the taxi to the door. But he doesn't think that the place is going to be so crowded that you guys are going to have to leave that place to go to a different place. That's what I'm understanding. So he understands that you guys have to go outside. You just aren't going to be outside for long.
Tolly doesn't want to go do things with people, so he wants to find an excuse to leave.
No, that's not it at all.
What a way
tell
to
Mush.
start no sleep stories, guys.
Tell Mush what?
I'm gonna tell Mush that you don't want to hang out with people.
That's not true. I literally want him to come to the UK so I can hang out with them.
How about you come to America where you can come meet all your friends?
Ugh.
Because America scares me.
And traveling
you
to the
know
UK
what?
scares me, but that's not going to stop
honestly,
me.
UK kind of scares me too right now. There's no winning here. There's no winning here.
Traveling
at any
in
point.
planes
Yeah.
right now just scare me in general.
Who joined?
Hello? I don't know who joined.
Meow.
Oh,
All right, it's Cookie.
understood.
All right, Cookie.
One brain cell, Tolly. One brain
Got it.
cell.
No, don't worry about it. Okay, the point I was trying to get to with this Cookie was, this Tolly, is that it's not that you're wrong for saying I should cancel plans because it could rain today if the rain was bad. But there's a point to be like, oh, it's unsafe to be out. That's where the problem is. But that's not the argument that's being done. You're arguing on the, but it could be bad, but it's not.
I've heard nothing about that, Zero, personally, but I'm scared of flying after the last time.
But flying is so
Hey,
safe.
Lego, thanks for gifting a sub to Cookie.
Yeah, you're welcome. I totally did that right this moment. I totally didn't do that God knows how long ago. I don't
Thanks.
fucking even remember doing it, to be honest.
Hey.
You wanna know what's funny?
12
It's
12
happened
months.
twice.
Anyway,
Okay.
no, you're not wrong for canceling plans if it's raining, but the difference is you've got to, there's got to be a level to where it makes sense for that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, whatever that grasp is for you, I want to make this clear. You and I have very different ranges on what we would consider bad
Tolerable.
weather. And that's probably why this doesn't make any sense to me. Is that I see what you're saying, that your friend is basically saying we're not going to be outside long, and your answer is, but it's raining.
Yeah.
Which is why I keep repeating, are you gonna fucking melt if you get hit by a little bit of sky water? The fuck?
No. I just don't want to. I just don't like putting on clean clothes and having a shower to just get wet by dirty rainwater and have to sit in wet clothes.
Why'd you have to say it like that?
I repeat what I said, League of Legends player. The fuck do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean?
The reason I'm saying it like that is you are stressing that you don't want to get, go take a shower and go do all these things. Why are those the key things that are, making this, make or breaking this?
Okay,
is what I'm
Tolly,
questioning.
genuine, actual semi-serious question. Do you have anything to do, any type of OCD that you know of?
Yes.
I don't know.
I'll answer that.
I'll
answer that because that's a few.
Because that could honestly be an OCD thing, based on just how my mom is.
This is some new lore that Tolly does not know about. He does, apparently.
What OCD things have I got?
It's not what OCD things you've done. It's the things that you do without realizing that make you OCD.
Like what?
Well, for example, you think
This
that...
one he's not gonna tell me.
Well, for just using this as an example, like Zero says, free shower is what I consider a rain. I don't consider rainwater dirty, even though it should technically be. I don't consider it dirty, but
They're
to
British.
you,
They
it's
drink
dirty.
water. Don't fucking bring up dirty water. 'Cause they just
I'm just
I
giving an
drink
example.
Water. I drink
I was also
They
gonna
are
say,
dirty
in
water.
different areas of the world, there are different levels of rainwater pollution.
Correct, and I'm
I don't
well
remember
aware
what
of
it is
that.
in the UK.
Correct. I live near New York City. Let me tell you something.
Yeah, because I'm well
Let me
aware
tell
of
you
that,
something.
but it is one of those that it could be one of those factors that you may have some of those tendencies that you don't realize too that could be affecting it as well. I'm not saying you do. I'm not a doctor. Please don't ever call me a
I will
doctor.
give you the
But
reasoning why I was saying you have OCD tendencies because of how you handle certain situations when given to you, as if there's a script to them. And for
I
a
do the
while,
same
that
thing.
was, well, yes, but that's not what I mean. I'm
no,
saying
no,
that.
I mean, I was gonna. The reason why I say that is because
don't call me
I
Doctor
was
Eclipse. Oh
diagnosed
God.
with OCD. I was diagnosed with OCD tendencies, not OCD itself, but OCD tendencies. That's an actual diagnosis, and it's comorbid with autism.
Yes, which is
Okay.
what I was about to say is a lot of people associated it specifically with Asperger's and with forms of autism, but it's not all the same, but you can have signs of both. You didn't ask if you have OCD, what you asked is do you have OCD tendencies, and yes, I would say that as someone who has done things with you in a semi-professional setting.
What
Take a
OCD
bath,
tendencies do I
sleep,
have?
and not die.
I
It's such a
just gave an
classic- yeah.
example of one, but you didn't get it.
Everything follows a script for you. That is part of
There
the
is-
there are
disease.
certain- There are certain interactions that you do that interact as if you've got a script to them and they have to go a certain way for it to make sense.
Right.
Like what? Give me an example of.
He wants a specific example.
Situation. Like the rain situation. What you're basically saying is, if it's gonna rain, why go through all the trouble of getting clean when I'm just gonna get dirty again? But the problem is, rain isn't inherently dirty. It's not like you're gonna go fucking run around and go lick mud and go roll around in the fucking dirt. No, that's the problem.
So, but the other thing to go with that you're leaving out is the wet clothes I don't want to be sitting in.
That's fine.
You don't want
That
to feel
one-
like a soggy
That
dog.
was the part. That was the part where I actually had I was like, yeah, I agree with you because that's something that would be, unpleasant. That part I'd understand. Would I
Yeah.
cancel plans because of that? No. But do I understand where you're coming from? Yes.
Yeah.
Does that make sense on how I'm describing that?
Yes.
Okay, I
Versus with
completely
your
agree
wisdom
with
on medicine.
I completely agree with your answer when it comes to I don't want to be in soggy clothes. You're absolutely correct. There's nothing wrong with that, and I'm not trying to make you feel bad for that one.
Yeah.
The take that I am attempting to make you feel a little worse for is why would I go outside after cleaning myself to get dirty again? The fuck you mean? But the wet clothes thing, no, I understand that because that is not the most pleasant thing in the world.
Yeah, wet clothes are not fun, but
It's no different than being super fucking hot and sweaty and then having your
Oh,
clothes
yeah.
stick to you. Like I get that
Yeah.
completely.
I just strip at that point.
I know a lot of your TikToks.
I strip it
are
up like
shirtless.
caveman style.
That's because I'm usually in bed and I got that's when I'm
Zero.
recording.
I'm like 90% sure I've also eaten dirt on accident, so.
I never
On
have,
accident,
thank
you-
God.
On accident. You probably did it as a kid because you thought it was fun,
No, I just looked for pretty rocks. There's a difference.
and then put them in
You
your
wanted
mouth.
I
two
did
on Pretty
not.
Rocks. Yep.
I did not. That was
Don't
my
lie.
sister.
Don't lie.
That was my sister.
Don't lie.
She
Don't lie.
busted her tooth on a rock once. That was her, not me.
Now let me just explain something to you all. Eclipse, when she first moved,
Uh-oh.
I took her to this little candy store near me, and you know what I
Oh,
ended
boy.
up getting her?
Rock candy.
No, well, yeah, but
I
that wasn't the thing.
fucking love rock candy. Are you
That wasn't
kidding
what did
me?
That wasn't what did it.
Rock candy's
I got
amazing.
her chocolate rocks. They are chocolate coated, just
Ah,
that,
still
but they're
fucking
chocolate
rocks.
rocks. And she goes, one day she came up to me and she goes, this fulfills my dream of wanting to eat rocks. And I go, well, are you okay? And then she goes, well, rock candy's like eating, what did you say, aquarium gravel?
Yeah. I compared it to aquarium gravel. And then there's the edible paper that has a pen that you can write on and then you can eat the paper. There's the styrofoam wafers that you put on your tongue, and they have little candy like beads inside.
Stamps.
Uh-huh. You mean non-Perels?
No. Like the UFO wafers is what they're called. Like they're
Yes.
literally called styrofoam.
I know what you're
wafers.
talking about. And I'm pretty... No, they're called... No, they're not called styrofoam wafers. Try again.
I'm pretty sure the ones that I had were called styrofoam wafers.
I think you ate poison. I think they're called Necco wafers.
And this
Is
is
the brand
this
you're
is
looking
why
for.
Clip's a bit silly.
Hold on.
It's from the
No,
styrofoam.
they're called satellite wafers. I was close.
No,
I
you weren't!
Yes, I was.
Styrofoam
Foam may sound like
I'm not good at
satellite. Look,
Why?
styrofoam
Why
and
is the
satellite
third
may
thing coming
sound
up? The
similar.
styrofoam commuter wafers are nasty. Why is that the third thing that's coming up?
Because what I'm understanding is you were eating Cheez-Its and didn't like it.
Were they made of styrofoam? Hold on. What were they? I'll look them
Necco
up.
wafers?
I don't know. The satellite wafers.
Okay, I'm gonna look up Necco wafer, and if I find what I'm looking for, you are just the dumbest person in the fucking world.
I don't know what you're talking about. What are you referring to? Genuinely, I have no fucking clue.
No, sorry, Necco wafer is something very similar. It's a fucking colorful version that was a solid candy later on.
Yeah, I have
Hold on,
no
I know
idea what
exactly
you're
what
talking
you're-
about.
These are
It
from
was a solid
1847.
candy?
1847.
Yes, and my great grandmother used to have them.
No, that's Necco wafers. Now you're just wrong. Get the fuck out of here.
I
Oh
have,
my
yeah, I've never
God.
eaten satellite wafers before, but they look kind of fun.
They are a fun
What is that?
Satellite
texture.
wafers are also colorful.
They're
Oh,
a fun
gosh.
texture. They taste like shit.
That's fair. Eclipse, I just thought of something. If you want to eat like crystals and stuff, I just made a candy made out of agar and sugar.
I
It's
want to
on the
try.
inside and it's crunchy on the outside.
Yeah, I want to try making that. I just don't know how
It's so
to.
good. It's so good. I will walk you through it.
Okay, cool.
One day you just call me and I'll walk you through it. Get the right ingredients. You need like 3 cups of sugar, by the way.
Oh, okay.
She's got sugar.
Okay.
She
You
eats
need,
it
like,
by
a
the
shit ton of
spoonful when
sugar.
she needs.
That's not true at all. I use my sugar for
That's true.
baking.
The thing
Yeah,
is, I can so
I
believe
said what I
that.
said.
Uh,
I have seen you consume the bakery or the baked goods you make. And let me tell you,
yeah.
it's not like that. It doesn't sound like that.
So, according to TrueTreatsCandy.com, satellite
Yeah, I trust them.
wafers are sugar pearls, which is sugar, glucose syrup, water, artificial colors, yellow 6, blue 2, natural flavoring, vegetable oil,
Where's
coconut,
Red 40? Where's that red 40?
glazing agents, beeswax,
it don't got no red 40.
maize,
it's bad for you.
starch, water, artificial colors, yellow 6, red 40, blue 2. There's your red 40.
Where's the red 40? If red 40 ain't there, it's not healthy. I can prove it, guys. If it was truly healthy, would the government be trying to get rid of it?
It's edible rice paper. That's what it's made out of. It's just rice paper.
Oh,
Look, all I'm gonna say is,
Tummy baking.
rice cookies.
all I'm gonna say is,
The rice cake.
if red 40 was bad, why are we banning it like we ban alcohol and other things? I'm just saying.
Bright
All those things are for
side,
adults.
if
Why is
I-
red 40 getting removed from
Dude,
everything?
if I could fucking bake that like that, that means I'm just hot as fuck. So, I'll take that. But, yeah, so they were not made out of styrofoam. They were made out of rice paper, and I used to eat them. So,
In other words, Eclipse eats rocks.
those aren't rocks.
It's better than
Oh.
eating bugs. I'm just saying, it's better than eating bugs.
I mean, okay, the weirdest thing that I
she
used to
eat
do...
bugs is what she was about
No.
to say.
I was gonna say the weirdest thing that I used to do was I watched the show My Strange Addiction, and after the
no.
after the episode about the woman eating her couch, I then took the Dave & Buster pretzel bites that I got, ripped off the outside, and went up to my grandmother and was like, "Look, I'm eating your couch," and just ate it, and she freaked the fuck out.
You sound like the person who you sound like the person who ate fucking glass and was like, "Look, guys, it's normal."
I want to make prop glass, to be fair, because that's just sugar. I'm back. Welcome back.
I am gonna be right back. I am gonna switch mics. I'll be back. It's here. It's here.
Oh boy. Okay. I got money for being alive. Ayo. Okay.
Birthday money?
Should I start reading or should we just keep talking at this point?
Well, at this point, I kind of like Tolly's answer about the rain.
Okay. No government money?
Anyway.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Anyway, yeah, no, Tolly, to fully answer you, no, you're not wrong for wanting to cancel because of the rain. It's just how you kept explaining it did not make sense for the rain to be the reason, if that makes sense.
That's a good way to put it.
Tolly doesn't believe me. He should just come over and I'll show him. I'll give him hugs.
Zero, you need to be locked in, like, a room with padding. Same with Owl. I'm sorry. Like, you and Owl, you guys have the most accidents out of anyone in chat from what I've seen.
That's not true.
They almost lost 2 fingers and got hit by a car this week, almost.
Look, all I'm gonna say, I'm sorry, Void. The Void does have a tendency of almost perishing at any moment.
That's also true.
I was gonna just keep myself quiet and not say anything. I was gonna see if I could fly under the radar, and the second you said sorry, Void, I was like, yeah, okay,
I'm screwed.
Void, I just want to make this clear. Void have heart issue that could just happen. By the way, I did not get told this until we were going on a fucking roller coaster at Disney.
Yep.
If there was ever a point I had a moment where I hated Void, it was in that moment.
It was one of those we were getting locked in, and Void was like, by the way, my heart condition might act up a bit.
Yeah, no. Void's exact words to us, which, by the way, took everyone except Eclipse by surprise.
By surprise.
Was, to put it politely, we're getting strapped in. Void says, and I quote, if I pass out, it's okay. I do have a heart condition. And looked over at Dan, who goes, what was just said? And then Eclipse specified and goes, yeah, Void has a heart condition. And I asked Void what that meant, and Void, with a straight face while we're about to launch, goes, my heart might just skip for a minute.
Yeah, and it's specifically with adrenaline.
Do you remember that, Void?
Vaguely?
Once we got off the ride, Void explained the situation. I go, so adrenaline's bad for you. And they go, no, I think your exact words were, I'm immortal until I'm not. Was that what you said?
That sounds like a Void quote.
Immortal until proven otherwise, yeah.
I was just saying, if it was something like that, because you said, no, adrenaline makes me immortal until I don't.
Zero's asking if you have a fib, Void.
Like a defibrillator?
I'm assuming?
No, I don't have that. I don't have anything to help with it. It's literally, I just have to watch myself.
Hey, Amazon, do you have so?
Okay, genuine question, because I don't think I've ever asked this of you. Do you, like, take something to, like, regulate it, or do you just kind of have to raw dog it?
No, I have to raw dog it right now, especially without, like, insurance and all that. I was taking something called beta blockers. I was taking beta blockers for a while.
A fib, it's a type of heart effect.
You can buy a portable home emergency defibrillator. However, it costs $1,700.
Yeah,
also, Zero, what the fuck is a pineapple cutter? And should I be concerned?
Pineapples. But no, my heart defect, I don't mind saying what it is, because it's more common than people think it is. It's called mitral valve prolapse.
Okay.
Basically, one of the valves, the mitral valve in your heart, can overwork itself to a point where it starts ballooning up. I don't know exactly what's wrong with it. I can't remember anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a little bit more loose, so when it gets a lot more adrenaline, it will balloon up and cause it to not work properly. But another thing about this heart defect is it will cause your body to seek adrenaline.
Interesting.
So it will cause anxiety to get your adrenaline pumping, to get it going faster, which will then cause the ballooning.
That seems like a double-edged sword.
It is. It sucks, which is why I used to take beta blockers for it. But right now, my way of taking care of it is exercise and water.
Okay.
That's it.
The coarse pineapples? Well, I'm not allowed to have one. No wonder I don't know what it is.
You're not allowed to have pineapple. You could probably have the pineapple cutter.
I want to try pineapple again so badly. I just want to know. I haven't had it since I was 9.
Okay, I wonder, because my grandmother, she's allergic to pineapples, but she's only allergic to ones, like, for some reason, like specific store-bought ones, if someone grows their own pineapples, she can have those as long as they're fresh.
See, I've never had
That sounds like
anyone
Dan.
grow pineapples. Just because, you know, my area was not suitable for that.
My mother was allergic to strawberries growing up, and now she's completely fine with them. So it could just be a case of, like, you've outgrown.
That's what I
the
want
allergy.
to try, but everyone tells me I need an EpiPen first, and I really don't want to go to the doctor
Everybody
and
says
get...
to just have one ready.
Well,
because the problem
here's the
is
issue.
if
I
you
don't...
go, if
let
you
me
go,
finish!
Okay.
I think this is the first time I've heard a clip yell at Lego.
easy solution. I server mute her. Chat can mute her rant. We cannot.
The main issue is I don't want to go to the doctor and get stabbed with 30 fucking needles to see if I have allergies still. And I can't go to the
stand by what I
doctor
said.
to just get an EpiPen because then they're going to require that. That's the issue. If I could just go to the doctor and be like, yeah, I need an
You can always
EpiPen.
just have Benadryl
Yeah,
nearby.
here's the problem.
Benadryl
See,
helps with
that's
Yeah.
what I was
No.
saying, because I take Benadryl and it's fine, but I'm
See,
not
that's
even
what
allowed
she
that.
says. But here's the problem, Void. I'm going to ask you a serious question for a minute.
Mhm.
Remember when you were coming to visit and I said, "Here's the nearest emergency room to you. If you have a problem, we can get you there as long as we have enough warning." She wants to try pineapple, wait till a reaction starts, and then go to the hospital. Actually, no, she wants to
No, I
have the
said there
reaction,
might not
go to
even
the
be a
hospital.
reaction. I said there's a possibility there might not even be a reaction. I said we'll go to the
There's
hospital
also a
parking lot.
possibility.
I said we will go in the hospital parking lot, park, and I will try pineapple in the parking lot, and if I need to, I will walk into the hospital. That's what I said.
Reminder, I tried a fish that I thought I might be allergic to while we were in the middle of Disney.
Did you?
Which I didn't get told until after again,
No,
Void.
no,
You
no.
didn't tell me you were
I
allergic
did.
to
I
that
did.
fish.
I did. I said, I think I might be allergic to this fish. You asked, so I was only eating fries, but I really wanted to try a piece of the batter, so Dan gave me a small piece of the batter, saying, I don't think there's any fish on it, but I can still taste the fish, which caused my tongue to tingle slightly. I told
Okay.
you before we even got food.
No, I remember you saying you were allergic to fish. I didn't know
I
it
said
was that
I said
fish.
I was allergic to whitefish. I'm like, hey,
Uh,
ask if they serve whitefish.
Moon, we're having a very in-depth conversation day today. We went from...
This all started with Tolly asking, "It's raining. Is it bad that I want to leave the plans I had
So,
made to now we're yelling at people?"
The original plan today was I was gonna do tarot readings, which is why the
I'm
camera's
so
set up
sorry
here.
that I derailed this.
It's fine. We're gonna do tarot readings, and I was gonna read Reddit stories that
Are
I
we?
had pulled up. I was going to, but I don't fucking know if I'm gonna have time now.
You should go and do the things then and tell us to shut the
I'm
fuck
trying to fucking explain shit, but you keep interrupting me! I'm losing my shit. I do not feel good today, so I'm losing my shit.
I've never seen
your
a clip
shit.
yell at Lego, and I'm living for this moment.
So
up. Why? I get yelled at all the time.
I never see it.
No,
This
we
is not
haven't gone to the tarot and stories. We ooh, hands. Yeah, I did a hand reveal, guys. So we have a
Oh my God.
tarot redemption now and everything like that. I don't feel well today, which is why we're kind of doing this today. And I have like 9 Reddit stories, some from r/no-sleep, some from r/ghosts, and some from r/skinwalkers that I was going to read. I might start with the r/ghosts and r/skinwalkers first, because the r/no-sleep ones are super fucking long. So, didn't even notice, Camp? Yeah, I put it down here so that you guys could still see my PNG tuber, but you guys could see the decks and everything. I'll explain
Also,
it.
if anyone wants a tarot reading, there is a child point redeem.
Yes, there is. Also, I
Money.
was gonna say, also, am gonna be opening up commissions if you want a more in-depth reading. They're gonna start at $25, and then go up from there, depending on how in-depth it is. So, things like that are neat, but I'm gonna set that up probably for 4th wall if I can figure out how to do that. But each of these decks correspond to something different. So the Star Spinner is Amaterasu's deck. The Cat Tarot is what I use to talk to Mau. And then the Shadowscapes Tarot is what Loki uses to communicate. So if you guys want a tarot reading, you guys can redeem the channel point thing for a tarot reading. You guys can donate for a reading, and I will do the reading. But until then, I'm gonna start reading stories, and we'll get people's opinions and everything like that once we're done. So, do you guys want to start on r/ghosts or r/skinwalkers? I'm asking anyone, so. Can I explain the decks further? Okay. Star Spinner tends to like doing love readings in particular, but Star Spinner is my very flowery, my very gentle deck, will talk very nicely to you. My Cat Tarot is one that I don't have a lot of practice with because I just started doing divination to talk to Mamau. So that's one that I need to get a little bit more practice on personally before I can really describe the deck to you too well. And then my Shadowscapes Tarot, that is my very, 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 very blunt deck. It will tell you what the fuck you need to know whether you want to hear it or not, and it will not care about how you feel about it.
Can we ask the deck if it's crazy to cut plants because of rain?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's
crazy, bud.
it will.
That's crazy.
It will not give a shit.
I'm gonna DM Raisin saying, "Hey, tune in the stream. You get to see Eclipse's hand."
Bruh.
Okay, we want to start with
He's missing
Skinwalkers.
out.
Okay. So we have 3 Skinwalker stories. We have Navajo Res, Stargazing Gone Wrong, or Deepest Fear. Which one do you guys want to start with?
Deepest fears.
Okay. Let's read this. Alright. So this is from Master Blaster 6969 underscore 69.
Of course it is. Who else would it be?
I did not read who posted these. I just read the
Master
stories to make sure
Blaster.
they were okay.
That's so funny.
Okay, so the title is The Deepest Fundamental Fear I Have Ever Experienced. First off, this is a repost, and I apologize about how framed my previous post uploaded. I'd like to share my experience on what was easily the most terrifying moment of my life, and in my opinion, contact with something undoubtedly vengeful. I'm going to do my best to describe this encounter with as many details as possible. I decided to take a walk a few nights ago. I live along the Mississippi River, near East River Road in Minneapolis. I've taken this route many times before, day and night, and had previously walked the same route along the same time a few nights before this took place. I had a few strange experiences on my way down to the woods along the riverbank. On my way down the large staircase to the riverbank, I heard a couple chattering above. I looked up the stairs multiple times and saw no one, but I swear to God I heard one of them say, "He won't make it back."
Oh!
15 minutes later on my walk, things were going great. I was enjoying my time in the woods, and peace was filling my soul. Keep in mind, I have a history of camping, hunting, and hiking lonesome out in the woods, and being alone in the dark has never once scared me. I have been to therapy out of curiosity, and I am about as neurotypical as it gets. I also have a great sense of self, and I think in my own personal Jiminy Cricket voice, contrary to the image thought process amongst a lot of others. That's a weird sentence, but okay. The sun was descending past the horizon, and I decided to continue onward. I reached a hard-to-make-out bend in the path I could not see past, and all of a sudden a woman's voice popped in my head. "Turn around." I gleefully ignored it and continued on my way. Turn around! I decided on a log that it would be a suitable stopping point in front of me, and continued onward. "Turn around!" echoed through my skull the second I reached my predestinated stopping point. At this moment, a wave of unexpressed anxiety shivered its way through my core. I was shaking to the bone. I turned on my heel and marched my ass back the way I came. Something deep in my essence told me if I did not turn around in that moment, I would be dead. The sun had descended past the horizon, and coincidentally at this moment, I was swallowed by total darkness. Also, someone just rang my doorbell, so I'm gonna have to see who that was.
I was about to ask whose doorbell
that was mine, so give me like 2 seconds. Can you guys just talk to chat for me?
1, 2. Okay, it's been 2 seconds.
Oh, God.
Get out of my head, boy. Leave the autism hive mind, please.
No! This is
Anyway,
how I
hello,
get
Raisin.
free songs!
Hi, Tony.
Hi, Raisin.
I just said on stream that I was going to DM you so you didn't miss Eclipse's hands.
Huh?
Eclipse's stream, she has webcam on so you can see her hands for the tarot cards.
I've seen her hands before,
I'll
but
be
yes,
right back.
thank you for reminding me.
Well, listen, I just figured, you know.
Well,
you would wanna-
good news,
you
there
would-
was no one there.
Guys.
Good
Bad
news!
news, there was no one there.
You're reading a ghost story, and your doorbell went off, and there's nobody there.
Uh-huh.
And you're saying that's a good thing. From the person that believes in ghosts,
I
you're saying
mean,
it's a good thing there's nobody there from your doorbell ringing while you're reading a ghost story.
Correction,
I would think that's the
correction.
opposite.
I'm reading a Skinwalker story. Get it right.
I don't fucking care. That's the same to me.
No, there was no one there. I'm assuming it was one of the kids that moved in, because a neighbor moved in recently, and I told them if they needed anything to come knock on my door, and I guess they just left before I got there, but it's also, like, pouring rain outside, so I don't fully know. Samantha, thank you for subscribing to my YouTube. It's much appreciated. And that scares me every time. Gonna get taken out first before me. How much is the most detailed tarot reading? So the most detailed tarot reading is technically all 78 cards.
Oh, fucking Christ.
So I would being completely honest, I would probably charge like 150 to 200 depending on how in-depth you really want me to go with that, because that is a lot. Being completely bluntly honest with you, that is a lot to do.
Honestly, a good idea would be to find like a spread that calls out to you and then ask her how much it would be for that amount of cards.
Yeah, that is a really good way to ask. Especially like if you have my Discord or anything, you could post pictures on there and things and I can go look at it physically. Did the Loki deck tell you that blunt truth? I mean, no, I'm more so asking Owl, who has actual people that does tarot in their IRL circle, so I'm asking them for, like, comparisons on prices and things, so I make sure I'm not overpricing myself or underpricing myself. So I actually have sources.
$25 before. $25 seems fine.
Yeah. From what I've been told, 25 is, like, a really good starter, and then going up from there is a generally good idea. Especially because of how in-depth I tend to go with my readings, even if people don't ask me to. Okay. Let's see. Continuing the story, because I was not done with it.
I really hope your doorbell rings again while you're reading this.
If it rings again, I'm gonna stop mid-sentence and get up and go try to see, if I'm gonna be completely honest.
And I hope there's nobody there again. I want you to get freaked out as much as possible.
That'd be kind of funny, not gonna lie. Okay. The sun has descended past the horizon, and coincidentally at this moment I was swallowed by total darkness. The feeling of being watched does not even begin to express the utter dread I was exposed to. I was being followed. I know not if it was animal, human, spirit, or something in between, but the presence of impending doom behind me was unmistakable. I have never known such fear. I've had panic attacks from college, grief from a breakup with women I thought I would marry, and felt the crushing weight of debt, but I've never felt such utter hopelessness in my entire life. I heard the woman's voice again, "Do not look back," and heeded, and marched, ignoring the shadows flickering in the outskirts of my vision. I rounded a bend, climbed a hill, and started to feel a release of the presence. I still felt like I was being followed, but from far away, enough distance not to do me harm at the very least. I slowed my pace in the slightest, and this turned out to be one of the two mistakes I made. Yeah? Bless you! Turned out to be one of the two mistakes I made that night. Jump scare.
Oh, okay.
In
We
my...
didn't hear it.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said, bless you. In my brief period of relaxation, I heard another voice that was not my own. A deep and raspy voice that wanted none other than to announce its presence. Hey. I felt every single muscle in my back clench as I did everything in my power to put space between me and that presence. My skin felt like it was shredding. Shivers did not even begin to describe the fight or flight reflex my body was going through. My body wanted to sprint, but something deep down told me if I ran, I would activate a prey/predator instinct and the hunt would begin. 10 minutes of utter pain go by, with every step slightly echoed by another that was not my own. The massive staircase that led me down to the riverbank was back in sight. In that moment, I talked myself into insanity, and I did what any rational human would do. Decided to enjoy the beauty of the metropolis before me, and snap a picture. I have zero survival instincts, apparently, looking back on this. This was the first time I stopped moving since the initial encounter, feeling I was slightly safe due to my escape route being so close. My long strides immediately halt at the perfect angle, and behind me I hear not one, not two, but 3 steps echo off the asphalt. I power walked harder than I've ever power walked before, and the second before I put my foot on the stair, every single one of the hairs on my neck stood at attention. It felt like something was breathing down on my neck. It would be no exaggeration to say I jumped up the first flight of stairs. Once I scaled the third flight, the impending doom began to recede, and a feeling of indescribable warmth filled my chest. All I could muster in my own head was, "Thank you, God, thank you, God, thank you, God." Once I neared the top and was about to round the last bend before entering back into the light of the city, I raised a peek into the thick darkness below me and saw nothing but an empty trail. I've never ever experienced this primal fear in my 24 years of life on this planet. So that's the first story. How are we feeling about that one, guys? Hello.
There was a story.
I was gonna say hello. Did I get left alone?
Abandoned.
Abandoned. With the stories, with the horrors of the doorbell. So, I will say, the only ones that I know are quote-unquote true according to the Redditors are the r/ghost stories, because according to, like, the subreddit, it's supposed to be only true, like, things, and it's supposed to be, like, backed by fact or whatever. So, everyone that has stories from that one say that they truly experienced that. This one could just be creative writing. Like, the rest of them could be.
They all sound like creative writing to me. They never sound true.
That's fair. I had a knock on my door and there was nothing. Dude, it's infecting. It's just started. First, my doorbell, there's no one outside. It's pouring rain. Next, Zero's door is knocking on. And there's nothing. That's interesting. Okay. I have delay 1 sec. Okay, no worries, no worries. Hi, Gore. Thanks for the metal pipe. How's it going? Perfect entrance, exactly. Alright, I think I saw stargazing, as someone wanted to read that one next. Do we all agree with this and call?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I'm back, welcome back. How's your delay now? Hopefully not too bad.
I also just got back.
Welcome back.
I am sad.
Why are you sad?
Please apologize before my therapist knows your name.
How does you don't touch something for 2 weeks and it just completely breaks in the most expensive way possible sound?
Ah, yeah, that's happened to me multiple times before, I feel that.
That's Eclipse's PC every time she...
Yes! Literally!
Yeah, now that you say.
Yes!
Yeah,
Last time it caught itself on fire!
Yeah, she decides to go back to Canada. She comes back to her house and her PC's broken.
The PC was just feeling cold. It needed to warm up.
It literally had like 2 drops of water in its cooling, and it caught itself on fire. It was not fun.
Yeah, no, I parked a motorcycle. I'm gonna ride to Denmark 2 weeks ago. Running and walking and shifting. I fixed a light bulb
And it
and like
breaks.
one other small thing on it today. I go to take a ride. Shit, dat is het staat. I put it in gear. The clutch doesn't do shit. I start the bike goes forward. I put it in third. I hear this awful grinding noise. Just metal blender sounds. I'm so mad.
Oh, fun.
Shit, I just sat for 2 weeks.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, what story did I miss?
So you missed one where basically this dude went on a walk and, had some noises following him, including footsteps and some voices. I had a doorbell ring in the middle of that. I went to go check my door, there was no one there, and, Zero went...
I was there for the doorbell part.
Oh, okay, yeah. I basically just finished that story, and it was basically the dude being like, yeah, I haven't felt fear like that in a while, but I got to, like, the end, and I took a picture, because, you know, I have no survival instincts, but I heard 3 footsteps behind me, got up to the top, and there was absolutely nothing back on the path, so...
That's neat.
Yeah, and I kind of just explained, like, the only ones that I know are quote-unquote true are from the r/ghosts, because that's supposed to be personal, like, experiences, where these could be creative writing things, depending. So, it's kind of one of those you have to figure out if it's real or not, or what you believe type thing, and go from there. But we're just about to do How to Run In While Stargazing from 9 months ago from the Reddit user Aiden Loves Bacon 69. I don't know what's with the 69s.
It's a haha funny number, and typically the usern's taken as, oh, an episode of 69 is funny.
Nice. You missed the other nice name, Gork. Also, it's Reddit. You act like I use Reddit very often. I don't even have a Reddit account. I'm literally not logged in. I'm just reading. Got some purple carpet and an ice block. Very nice. Okay. Hi everyone. I'm shaking and panicking uncontrollably, so this started happening about 4 hours ago and I've finally gotten home, so I want to write what happened while it's still fresh. To give a complete rundown, I live in Ontario, Canada, close to Toronto. I heard on the news that tonight there would be a chance to see the Northern Lights again. This past May I went and saw them and wanted to take the opportunity to see them again. Last May I went with a couple buddies, but no one was available this time. The plan was to drive 4 hours to Algonquin Park. I'm so sorry if I'm mispronouncing this. I'm gonna put it in chat for anyone that would like to hear it. That's the word that I can't really pronounce. Algonquin, I think is how you pronounce that. Algonquin Park. Hike in the middle of the forest, make a campfire, smoke some Marlboros, and drive back after stargazing. I ended up driving about 2 hours there before my friend sends me a text showing there's no real forecast for the Northern Lights, so I decided to go up anyway and stargaze, a hobby of mine. I drive up for another hour at this point. It's about 11 p.m. in the middle of nowhere. No signs of humans other than the road in the pitch black. I was on the call with a buddy since it was pretty boring driving up, and I started mentioning how beautiful the stars looked. My buddy then recommended that I pull over and take some pictures to send. I ended up pulling over, turning off all the lights in my car while leaving it running, and standing beside the forest. For about 5 minutes, everything was fine as I was admiring the stars, gushing to him about it. Right about the time, the forest went completely silent. There was literally zero sound other than the wind and the trees. I immediately felt like something was wrong and went to grab my flashlight to see if there was a bear or something. I walked a little bit into the woods and turned on my flashlight. I end up hearing a rustling noise and turn around until I see this thing standing its hind legs with a bright orange/red glow to its eyes. It was about 50 meters away. I start mentioning what I'm seeing to my buddy when all of a sudden my signal goes dead before I stare at it for a second, and it starts sprinting at me full speed. I immediately go into fight or flight and dash to my car, going in and redlining it until I'm doing 300 kilometers per hour. I'm usually a pretty casual guy and not spooked by much, but I was shaking, crying, sobbing, and trying to run away as fast as I could. Before anyone says anything, it wasn't a bear or anything similar. I start spam calling everyone and anyone until I can get a hold of my best friend and start crying and sobbing about what happened while freaking out. At this point, he just wanted to check in and see if I'm okay and whatnot. I start describing to him what I saw and use the name of the subreddit, I don't want to say it even in text, to describe what I saw. It was this super unnatural looking thing and it really spooked me. Right around here is when I feel all the muscles of my body start becoming sore and cramping up. It turned out when I initially dashed to my car, I basically output all the force I could to get away. I'm an ex-rugby player / power lifter, so my instincts were forcibly making me get out of there as fast as possible. After about 30 seconds of saying the name, I see the same figure out on the side of the road following me with its head and glowing eyes. I proceed to hyperventilate and freak out more until he calms me down and tells me to get the fuck out of there. I started looking for a way to make a U-turn, but I couldn't find anything. At this point, I drive another 15 minutes before I can find somewhere to turn without stopping. I start to slow down and U-turn before I hear this ear-splitting screaming sound from my window before I gun it back to the direction I came. I start freaking out more, telling my friend as everything was happening before I started getting a sinking feeling in my stomach that something was watching me. I start to look all over the empty roads and see nothing. All of a sudden my signal goes out again and I hear the screaming sound and a kind of humanoid body in the fetal position on the side of the road. I then see its head look up and stare at me directly. I gun it again and I can't get the goosebumps and sinking feeling to stop. I continue trying to contact everyone I can to no avail. I end up trying to calm myself down with my Cayenne CD and hear something, or Kanye CD, hear something tapping my sunroof. I don't even know how I knew, but I knew something wanted me to open the sunroof cover and look through. I prevailed and never looked, but never lost that sinking feeling that it was there. I would hear the tapping sound on and off, rhythmically kinda like drums, for about an hour until I reached a small town. At this point, I've gotten a hold of my friend and puked in my car. I'm just trying to get back as fast as possible, and he's telling me to describe Elden Ring lore to him to calm me down. After about an hour of paranoia, I've stopped crying and freaking out. I drive as fast as possible to get home, and I can't shake the feeling that they're still on me. I've locked all my doors and windows, and I'm still shaking like crazy. I don't know what to do, and I'm freaking out. Update. I can't stop shaking, and the sinking feeling is still there. I can't stop checking the windows every 5 minutes. Update 2. Get everyone. Thanks for all the advice and kind words. I just wanted to say I'm alright. I've definitely calmed down a bunch and I'm safe at home. I got motion detected cameras surrounding the house and an activated light when anything is detected, so I'm pretty sure I'm fine for now. My plan is to stay awake through the night and basically sleep in the morning. And that's that story. So, how do I feel about that one? Also, why are we screaming? What's up? What did I miss? Middle of that, my lights flickered and I jumped. Jesus Christ! What's with me having all these freaky things happen when I read shit? Am I just not allowed to read horror stories?
I guess not.
No,
Everyone's
my
freaking
my
out.
lights have been flickering a lot lately. It was just,
Okay.
funny timing.
I was gonna say, first my doorbell, next Zero's door has a knock, now your lights are flickering. What the fuck is gonna happen during the next story? My light just went out and it switches on. What the fuck do you mean? Huh? Should I be concerned?
Yes.
Should I stop? Am I too powerful? I got one light. Alright, Bryce. Alright, Alex. What do you want? What do you need? What tarot deck? Switch out with the switch on? I'm sure it's fine. Okay. Hopefully. What deck would you like? I also realized I didn't have you guys write down something that kind of sucks, but I'll deal with it. The blunt truth, obviously. Okay, do you want general past, present, future, or do you want a specific topic or a specific, thing to be asked about? I got my cross and knife with me, holy water as well. Jesus, be careful with the knife, please. Alright, let's grab my booklet. And I'll start just shuffling. Maybe just general? Okay. My butterfly knife, so something happens, I can at least stiffen myself a little. Jesus. Alright. So for anyone wondering, this is how I shuffle my decks whenever I do it. I just do this until it feels like it tells me to stop. Also, if the camera shakes, I apologize. I am leaning against my desk. That is for you. That is for you. And then I gotta go through it again to grab one more. Alrighty. And you. Alright. So, past, present, future. Your past. Let me just mix these up because I did see the one and I don't want to influence myself. So, past is going to be this one. Present is this one and future is that one. Alright. Make sure you guys can see everything okay. Because I'm not used to doing this. Alright, so your past is, the Four of Wands. So I will hold this up so you guys can see a little bit better, hopefully. So this is the Four of Wands card. Very pretty. I love these arts. So the Four of Wands in this deck is... Celebration. Initial successes have brought hope and joy to the air. There's harmony and peace to be had. However, once attained, this prosperity must be maintained as well. So it sounds like in your past, whether it be your recent past or something more down the line, it seems like I'm getting semi-recent is kind of what I'm feeling. something big happened that you are proud of or that has kind of made you content with things. Whether it be there's something that happened in your job, whether it be there's something that happened personally, something like that. But there is something that you are celebrating about and you are trying to strive to maintain that and make sure that everything stays net positive and not go net neutral or net negative. So your present is the Eight of Swords. So let me show you this one. This one is a little bit more of the darker picture, as you can see. So the Eight of Swords is... Do not waste energy on the trivial or freeze up in crisis. Resist the urge to feel restricted, confused, powerless, and trapped by circumstances. Okay. So it seems like something happened where you were very content and now something's coming up where something is being disrupted in one way or another. Whether it be, like I said, something to do with your job, but it seems like something is dysregulated. And it seems like you are trying to get that back on track. And you really want to get that back on track because you want to aim for this again. Because that was your peace, your prosperity, your harmony. And now you're kind of in this... It's getting too chaotic for you. You're starting to feel overwhelmed. You're starting to understand that things are piling up and you need to, like, bring attention to them and things like that. But it is very hard to stay not overwhelmed. So you don't want to focus all your efforts on the small things. You need to kind of focus on the big picture right now, it seems like. You may be focused too harshly on yourself or on others in very specific ways. So you might just need to broaden your horizons and try to look at things from the outside perspective for a while, just to see if you get a better understanding of what's truly going on. And then your future, I did see this one, but this is the Queen of Swords. Let me just show that to you. So the Queen of Swords is... She is honesty and inner knowledge, sending forth her winged seekers into the world. She is valued for her accurate perceptions of the world around her and for her experiences. So, keep in mind, this card will always be subject to change depending on what you do in the present, depending on what you do in the near future, depending on what you do in the far future. This card can always change. The future is ever changing. That's just how the future works. So basically, it sounds like you are eventually going to find that specific thing that's kind of bugging you or kind of making it harder for you to focus on the big picture, and you are going to deal with it. But you need to be honest with yourself, you need to understand what's going on, and you need to basically be willing to say, okay, this is what's truly happening, I need to do A, B, and C to get past this, because this is important for this person, or this is important for me. It sounds like there's something or someone that's causing you a little bit of nervousness, whether it be... I'm getting more, like, homey vibes, I guess, is the best way to put it. Kind of like home life type thing, where it's a little bit worrying, depending, but... It could be anything from your finances are a little bit worrying to you personally, to you're a little bit worried about a relationship with someone, to someone might be feeling ill or whatever. It just seems like you need to kind of take a step back, understand that you can breathe, it's okay, and just take a look at the big picture, see what you truly need to focus on, because you focusing on every single aspect is going to wear you down. I hope that makes sense. And if it doesn't, and you would like clarification on anything, please let me know. I can pull a clarification card. That is an option as well. But as your tarot reading, I also will say I did leave the tarot spreads with a 10-minute interval in between people redeeming it so that I could give time to do the reading itself. So, hope that was good. Hopefully you have some answers. It basically just saying, take a step back, breathe, you're okay. Just take a look at the big picture. Think I understand anyway? Okay, no worries. If you need a clarification card, just let me know. Okay. So I think next we're going to do the Navajo Res, unless we want to switch over to the r/ghosts. Completely up to you guys. AKA call people or chat people. Anyone.
Either is fine.
Let's finish off with the flesh pedestrian, shall we?
Okay.
Let's finish those stories off.
I think the story was too strong. My lights broke. Jesus. Okay, this one's the shortest one out of these ones, so. This is from 4 months ago. This is my encounter with something outside of a Navajo res, and this is from Jay the Dirty. Okay. It was 2010 when I was driving back home to Los Angeles from spending Christmas in Kentucky with my family. I-40 all the way. It gets nighttime and I get sleepy, so I decide to pull off the next exit and get a hotel room for the night. It was in Holbrook, Arizona, and about 20 to 30 minutes east of Flagstaff. I get the room, get some Taco Bell, then out of curiosity drive around back roads in the desert eating. While driving, I was flipping through the local radio stations and found one with what sounded like Native American chants and music. I turned up loud and rolled the windows down just to take in the desert at night, thinking back maybe this would attracted what I saw. Anyways, I get back to my hotel and park in the back lot. In front of me is a raised parking lot with about a 5 to 6 foot embankment leading up to it. I open my doors, grab my bag of clothes, and start to grab other things, and I hear the loudest, weirdest roar I have ever heard. It sounded like a bear roar mixed with a pig squealing and a baby's cry. I look up, and there's this thing standing there on the parking lot above me. From what I could tell, it was at least 7 foot tall, maybe bigger. It had the head of a wolf and long arms that stretched past its knees. I see that, and I break out into a run towards my room, leaving my car wide open. I get to my door, and I'm so freaked out I'm fumbling around the key card for a few seconds. I hear the roar again, except this time it was right in my ear. I finally get the door open, lock it, take all the sheets off the bed, and take them in the bathroom and lock that door too. I ended up sleeping in the tub that night. I spent most of the night researching things on the internet, and that's when I learned about skinny boys. And where I was staying was right on the edge of a Navajo reservation. Luckily, I made it through the night without incident, and incredibly, nothing was stolen from my car. I had thousands of dollars in music equipment in the back, and the doors had been wide open all night since I ran from that thing. I barely slept, and as soon as the sun was up, I got the hell out of there. I had to stop at a gas station / liquor store in Holbrook before I could get on the interstate, and they didn't open until 7 a.m., but there was already a line out the front door waiting for liquor, I guess. So I'm waiting in line with everyone else, and a guy strikes up a conversation with me. Asks about where I'm from, what I'm doing so close to the res, etc., and for some reason I just blurted out what happened to me the night before. He looked at me in the eyes for a second, then laughed and said, "Usually they don't mess with people like you." That's my story. I don't know if it was a skinwalker or what the hell it was, but it definitely opened up my worldview. If something like that exists, what else is out there that isn't supposed to be real? And there's the last story regarding that subreddit.
Hooray! We made it through. Sound roll call real quick. Is everyone still okay? Everyone's still around?
Everyone's light's doing good? I will say, this is the most realistic to me, personally, compared to the other two.
I was like, depending on how that one goes, may or may not. That one may actually be real.
Yeah, this one is the most realistic to me.
The actual sense of the stories.
How so?
Yes. Location.
Yeah,
and
location.
What happened.
What happened, and just everything, and the fact that it's not like over explained. That too.
Yeah, it's not overly dramatic.
This was probably most.
It literally sounds like someone who was terrified.
Uh huh.
Oh yeah.
This has the most chance of potentially being real.
Yes, that is the way I would
Yes.
phrase that. So I think that one has definitely, possibly
That one
something
sounds
behind
less
it.
like creative writing to me.
Yeah, the other
Yeah,
ones.
that one sounds less like creative.
The other ones are a 50-50 shot, in my opinion. Because I'm gonna be so honest, when I tell my stories, it's gonna sound like creative writing. I know how I write. But
Yeah.
I will not tell any sort of lies whenever I do mine. But so there's that. So next we have r/ghosts is our next big one, as I'm rearranging the tarot. So we have same figure for 11 years, dad's experience, sync on, or shadow person.
Sync on.
I'd say shadow person.
Okay, sync on, shadow person, okay. Should I flip a coin?
Preference.
I'd say so.
I'll flip a coin. Who wants heads? Who wants tails?
I'll take heads.
I'll take tails.
Perfect.
I don't get to
There you
choose.
go.
It's heads.
I get top.
All right. You get top bunk.
Let's go.
All right. So you
Yeah, I was gonna
said.
say, you should specify bunk.
So you said shadow person, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So this one's pretty short. This one is titled Shadow Person or Mimic Experience and What Does It Mean? This is by a pod _93. And this was 27 days ago.
Oh.
So this is recent.
Oh.
Let's see.
Uh-oh. Oh.
Years later, I'm trying to make sense of a paranormal experience I had when I was 6 years old. I had to use the bathroom before bed. I get to the bathroom, I had to go down a hallway, and it was at the end. About halfway down the hallway to the left was a window, and directly to the right of the bathroom was my sister's room. As I walked down the hallway, I could see the moonlight shining through the window to my left, slightly illuminating the hallway. I could see that at the end of the hallway, the bathroom light was on and the door was closed. The light could be seen underneath the door getting through. I continued down the hallway to knock on the door. As I got about halfway down the hallway, a black figure appeared out of my sister's room and stood in front of the bathroom. It was blacker than black, even with the moonlight slightly illuminating the hallway. It was pure black, but the outline 100% looked like my sister. It laughed at me, sounding exactly like my sister. And then ran back into her room. I knocked on the bathroom door to see who was in there, and my sister answered from inside. I immediately bolted back from where I came and told my parents what had happened. They searched the room and no one was there. No one believed me, but to this day I remember that experience. I never saw anything like that again, but I find myself wondering what that was. I wasn't under any stress or any medication, nothing that inebriated me. After that experience, I definitely find myself believing something more is out there. Please let me know your thoughts and what you think this could have been. So there's that story.
That's creepy.
And these are apparently 100% people's experiences. Like, these are supposed to be true.
Yeah.
So,
That's...
I definitely believe shadow people, like, are a thing. Because I've seen my fair share. But I have never had something like this.
This I can believe. I've actually had something like this happen to me.
Would you like to explain?
Sure. One time when I was younger, I was fully awake. I know sometimes it could be were they half asleep, were they half awake, that sort of stuff that can cause visual hallucinations.
Mm-hmm.
I was fully awake and I was watching the shadow of my ceiling fan, and I noticed that a part of the ceiling fan shadow got darker than normal because I had like a light right outside my room.
Okay.
Right in the outside.
Yeah.
That shine on my ceiling fan. I saw the light get darker and then, or the shadow get darker, and then the shadow suddenly zipped from the ceiling fan to my little alcove and got that area darker, and then it zipped to about my left because I was my feet was facing the door, and I had a shelf to my left.
Mm-hmm.
It zipped to above my shelf and then started to form into a human shape towering over me.
Oh.
And the reason why I know I was awake is because I zipped up as fast as possible, jumped out of bed, literally leapt across my bed the rest of the way, pulled my door off of the hinges to get out of the bed, and ran to my mom and my stepdad's room to wake them up. And of course, by the time we got back, there was no shadow person, but I could see it forming into a human shape as I laid there.
See, I haven't had a lot of experience of, like, shadow people face to face. It's more so just either seeing them out of the corner of my eye, or it's like I go to a specific place. Like, there's an asylum that I went to that has a shadow hallway. And it was the only thing that people see there were shadow figures. They like were running, they were crawling on the ground. Like there's different ways of it. Yeah, it was weird. But
when you say crawling, I just
yeah. I was not able to go down that hallway either. Like, something physically stopped me when I tried exploring there, because down that way was also the portal room which was said to have a portal to
one place you told me about.
Yeah, it's Rolling Hills Asylum. It's an asylum that like BuzzFeed Unsolved went to and things like that. So I took a trip and I visited, and it was neat. I kind of want to go back at some point. Not gonna lie, kind of want to record YouTube videos there. You're just attracted to shadow people. Listen, we're not talking about that right now.
They are not wrong.
That's not a denial.
That's a Thursday. That's a Thursday thing, my dude. Dude, did you not see my one YouTube short about the one shadow person? I went feral for that man.
Yeah, I saw the live stream and I saw the shot.
I gotta make sure you meet another one that's similar.
I want to meet Bobby so badly.
I will help you find. I know where she is. I can help you
I
find
must
Bobby.
find her. I yearn for Bobby.
I will help you
yearn.
find her.
That's crazy.
But yeah,
It's not that crazy. It's Eclipse.
it is me. Let's be real. I used to
Yeah.
laugh at my tits bouncing. Let's be so honest here.
Don't look at your tits.
I feel
don't
like
look
you
at your
still
tits,
laugh
look
at
your
Don't
tits.
do that. Don't do that, dude. Don't do that. I'll start looking.
I know.
Wait.
I'm waiting.
Where is it? There.
Perfect. Perfection. How can I not look now? Listen, I mean, hey, I'm just reading stories.
Oh. What?
What was that for? I don't like how dead silent it went. Why did my Spotify stop? Everything stopped. Oh god. Jesus. Okay. My eyes are up here, pal. Guys, the creature's up here. Come on. Stop smelling. You freak.
Jesus Christ.
Come on, Pharaoh.
That's my job.
I thought that was mine.
I was about to say, isn't that Eclipse's job?
That's the closest job.
It's literally in my fucking name, dipshit.
This is true. Although you do
But
spell
see,
it with two
Eclipse
R's.
is more fair.
Yeah, because the other feral was already taken.
To be fair, you didn't start with that name.
That's
No.
also true.
Hello, I've been pretty good. How are you? I hope you've been well. So I think someone near me may have gotten struck. I just heard sirens from the area near us. Oh! Are you okay? Like, is your house okay and everything? I assume so because you're talking in chat, but... It is
you
my
guys have that-
species, that is very true.
Did you guys have that?
Yeah, but I wasn't yelling at
Thunderstorm.
you. I was yelling at Tor.
Yeah. Yeah, we're having, basically all the weather from the hurricane. It's gonna be
Yep.
this entire week, basically.
Yep.
Heard the loudest thunder I ever heard a couple of minutes ago. We're reading horror stories and doing tarot readings, so... spooky vibes, just a fair warning. I've already had 3 people's things do weird shit. Void may have adopted the name, but Eclipse was bored with it. Ugh. But I gotta, like, make a full, like... I gotta finish my Enderman species. I need to do my, I need more of the Nether species done. I'm developing one of them, that's more gonna be, like, Draconic inspired.
Ooh.
And, I'm debating...
Lagging.
I'm debating doing one that's more like, rock-based. That's more like the rocks are, a part of their diet and they, like, eat them to gain armor type thing. Because there are certain, like, animals that do shit like that.
Ooh,
Yeah.
So I'm debating, but...
It's like,
you should.
I can't think of any animals off the top of my head.
like shrimp. Like mantis shrimp, for example.
Right,
Mantis
yeah,
shrimp will
mantis
eat
shrimp.
its, shed to
Yeah.
gain back the calcium that it lost.
Yep.
Or like crabs. I'm watching the weather. My area is under a tornado watch, so I'm good. Oh.
How?
Birds eat
This
rock
is
for
also
edition.
true.
That's also true.
That is also true.
Don't
And you
need that in
know
my
how I know
apartment.
that?
Understandable.
I feel like Owl and I are gonna know that because of the same thing. I just have a feeling. I've learned that because of reading the Guardians of Ga'Hoole books.
Oh, that movie was so good.
Well, the movie's all right. The books,
Dude, the animation in that
I knew
movie.
it, though. The animation is really nice.
That's
but
what I'm
also I
talking
knew
about
it.
specifically. Is like the animation. Holy shit,
no,
it's beautiful.
It's a very pretty. It's a pretty movie. Yeah, I had a feeling just knowing that Owl and I have. You're just autistic. That's fair.
I've been debating reading the books, if I'm being honest, because like
There's a lot.
I've read Warriors, at least most of them, so I assume that I'd like them.
Oh yeah, it is very similar. There's like it was a Warriors to Guardians of Ghoul pipeline.
Yeah, so I'm assuming that I'd like the books. It's just I'm already doing. I'm reading so much.
Like some kind of Pokemon.
But yeah, just knowing that Owl and I have similar book tastes, I had a feeling.
Yeah. I'm currently reading Onyx Storm. I think that's the name of it. It's the fourth wing book. It's pretty good. It's about basically dragon riders, essentially.
Ooh.
And a lot of people compare it to Aragon, which I need to read.
Aragon, the first two are actually the first three are all really good. The fourth one I could never get through.
See, Owl, as much as I want to say I'd read Animorphs, the covers always like terrified me as a child.
The covers are really creepy.
I'm gonna be so honest, the covers are horrifying. Like, is there a version I could get without those covers? Like, is there like a nice cover version?
No.
I mean, theoretically, you could grab the like digital versions. Most of the time, you don't really pay attention to the cover on those.
That's true. Currently reading Berserk, and I think I'm on to volume 5 of the deluxe volume. Oh. You get used to them, and the newer ones have lenticular covers? Oh, okay. PDFs are available for free online. That's nice. I might take a look then and see. There was one book series.
Don't tell her, Dad. She has to suffer with the covers. Why would you tell her?
There was one book series. I don't remember the name of it, but it was basically, it had like an online game that went along with it at like the back of the book. And it was basically these people got soul linked to animals, and then they like were able to feel the animals' emotions. I remember there was like a leopard, there was a wolf, like a polar bear, and I think like a bird
making animal sounds.
I did it. I did it to him forever ago, and now he can't undo it. I'm sorry. It's my fault. It's my fault. Every time I say now in chat and shit, he hears my voice. I've infiltrated his brain.
Gorik, I hear Eclipse at work.
Oh god.
Just say you hate me.
Just say you hate me. Hold on. I'm gonna look up.
I will
these.
say though, Aragon is a hard read because those are long as fuck.
Oh yeah, it's super long, but from what I've heard, they're super good.
They are really good.
YouTube, how many times did I say not interested in your fucking playable games on your website before you stop recommending them?
Long but worth it, that's fair.
Another one I think you might like.
Spirit Animals, that's what it's called. It's literally just called Spirit Animals.
Oh.
It's called Spirit Animals Wildborn.
Huh. Interesting.
So, I was wrong about the polar bear. It's a panda bear, and it's a falcon.
A panda bear?
Yeah, a panda bear.
Sound out for a second. Which panda bear?
Just a normal
I
panda
just
bear.
Had a thought. When you mentioned polar bear, you should read The Golden Compass.
I think I did.
Now that's a good recommendation.
I think I did, like, when I was in school still.
It's possible.
I think that was, like, one of my, like, requirements.
Really?
Yeah, I think that was, like, one of my, like, 5th grade requirements in my classes.
I've never heard of that one being, like, a school curriculum.
Well, it was one of those things where, like, we had basically a bunch of books to pick from, and then we had to write book reports on it. And I think that was one of the books that we could have done. So I think I did that one. I plan on reading the Narnia series. I really need to read the Narnia series.
Yeah, that's a must-read. I mean, Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit if you haven't read them,
I
mean, the movies are one thing; they're great.
I
But
couldn't.
you should also
Except the
read them.
Hobbit.
I'm gonna
The
be.
books are a lot more in depth.
I'm gonna be so honest. I have not even watched any of those movies because I could not sit through them. I got so bored during the first one. I couldn't sit through it.
They need time to cook. It builds up. It's a good stew. It takes a while.
Yeah, I was expecting a little bit more an hour and a half into the movie.
I'm gonna be so for real. I have one massive gripe with the first film, and it's so stupid. But it was pointed out. But it was pointed out to me that within Fellowship, that between Gandalf leaving Frodo and coming back, it's been 17 years. Because that's mentioned within the book, but it's not mentioned within the film at all. As soon as my friend Tree mentioned to me that there was a 17-year time skip, and it's not even mentioned, it irks me to this day.
Well, that's
really
probably why I was so fucking confused, because I'm like, dude, this like timeline's all over the place. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? I was trying to like understand, and it was like jumping from place to place, it felt like, or like the timing was just really slow and then really quick and then really slow.
So literally, like, after Bilbo's birthday where Gandalf leaves and then him coming back, it's been 17 years.
Okay.
And like, now, every single time I'm watching something with Tree, and there's text on the screen that says like X amount of time later, I pause and go, that's all you need to do, Peter Jackson. It's that easy. Like, all you have to do is put that on the screen. Just somewhere in the middle with the Lord of the Rings font to say 17 years later, maybe just in a corner, just something, or just like along the bottom of the screen, just some kind of fucking indication that there has been time passed, because not everyone watching this has read the fucking books.
Yeah.
Like, and it's such a tiny thing that you just have to put. It doesn't need to be massive, just needs to be there for people to see and grab their attention a little bit, okay? Like, but no, it's not there, and it irks me. You should every fucking time.
You should
download the movie and edit it in, and then re-release it.
Also, Lego, I will check my phone once I'm done with stream.
Do not tell me, because I'm gonna ask my nan to borrow her Lord of the Rings DVDs. Do not tell me to find a way to fucking record it and edit it.
Yeah,
record it, edit it, and then re-burn it onto a CD so you can distribute it.
I kind of have a same gripe.
I know.
I kind of have the same gripe with not the most recent Jurassic World movie, because I haven't seen that in theaters yet, but like the one that was recently last released.
Dominion.
Yeah. There's basically... Have you guys all seen it? Like, have you guys watched it?
No, but I don't care about the spoilers.
Okay.
If that's what you're worried about.
Okay. So basically...
I kind of have no desire after Fallen Kingdom.
I will say Dominion is way fucking better than Fallen Kingdom. Holy shit, it's way better. They actually brought back Alan Grant and Ellie Sattler, and I fucking love them for that. But...
I've had otherwise. I've had Fallen Kingdom was good, and then since then it's just kind of gone downhill.
I disagree entirely. I think Dominion was way better, personally. Granted, it focuses more on the actual, like, humans rather than the dinosaurs most of the time, which is a lot of people's gripe with it. But I'm sorry, the designs in that one were so much better than the fucking Endoraptor and all that shit. Like, the designs are so much better.
Hang on, actually, have I seen Dominion?
Dominion's the one with the Gigantosaurus. Or Giganotosaurus. And the
that doesn't help me.
The Therizinosaurus.
Nergigante?
No.
I heard Giga and my brain went immediately to Nergigante for some reason.
But basically there's this one scene where the new like character that's helping the old characters basically teleports across the island to go meet up with the other characters in like a matter of seconds. And I didn't notice it until I watched, because Dead Meat just did like a kill count for it recently. Until I watched that, I didn't notice, and now that I notice it, I'm so pissed off, because I'm like, dude, there are so many loopholes in this already, and like plot holes in this already. I just want to enjoy my dinosaur movie. Why do you have to make the story such shit sometimes? So, I'm very nervous about this new one, because I have heard very good things and very bad things.
Yeah, I've heard mixed stuff about it.
I do not like the D-Rex design, personally. I think it looks way too alien for a Jurassic Park movie.
Some people have an issue with it being called D-Rex. It's like, really, of all the letters you pick D.
Well, it's abbreviation.
I got that from the comments in response to me on a TikTok. Because I said they should have called it A-Rex for a pun on Apex.
Yes.
And people was like, well, no, because the D stands for this, what the A even stands for. It's like, I don't fucking know. I didn't write the script. That's up to them.
Yeah, so
come up with a better name for a pun.
The D-Rex is called the D-Rex because its full name is the Distortus Rex. So it comes from the name meaning deformed king. So it's supposed to be like this freakish mutant, which is why it's called the D-Rex. It's supposed to be like not supposed to be alive, basically. But I really wish that they used the Scorpius Rex from the animated series, because that fucking thing is terrifying and actually looks like it could be a hybrid dinosaur. It basically has these spikes all around its body that are like laced with the most lethal, I don't know if it's venom technically, and it is horrifying. It learned how to clone itself like 1-to-1 type thing. Like, not a baby version of itself. It cloned itself. So, it's terrifying. But I am very scared because everyone that I'm hearing is like, man, this story's shit, but the dinosaurs look so cool, but also it's shit. So I'm just go back to the books, please. Go back and make story, like, book accurate Jurassic Park, please, I beg you. Yeah, I know you probably never will, because it is definitely going to be rated R, and you're looking for that money. You're looking for that bread, but, like, come on, please. I will pay a $50 ticket to go see once. I will do it. I'm so upset. Okay, anyways, should I go back to reading stories?
Rebirth is the 4th Jurassic World film, right?
Rebirth is the 4th one.
Because it's Fallen Kingdom, something else, Dominion, and Rebirth.
It's Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom, Dominion, Rebirth as the Jurassic World series. And then it goes Jurassic Park 2, I think that's called The Lost World 2, if I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, so the first one's just called Jurassic World, the second one's
Yes.
Fallen Kingdom.
Yes.
Okay, in which case, I've seen Jurassic World and Fallen Kingdom, I have not seen Dominion, that's why I was so confused looking at screenshots, because, like, Google's not being like, oh yeah, this is Jurassic World. It's like, no, here's 3 films.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah, so Jurassic World's the one with the Indominus Rex, who I personally love. The second one is with the Endoraptor, where they're in the mansion. And the third one is where they bring back Alan Grant and Ellie Sattler. And then this new one follows new characters and a new story, from what I've gathered.
Yes.
I will also say, they never bring back Claire's nephews again from the first one.
Oh, wonder why.
They never bring them back. Which I'm very happy about, personally. I didn't like them. But looks like it wants to eat your kids. It looks like it wants to do more than that. It looks like it wants to take the kids and do the Hulk smash type thing with its arms. I don't like how it has the long arms, I will say that. Also, apparently it's part beluga whale, which is why its head is so fucking large.
Beluga.
Claire lost custody, obviously. They had parents! Their parents were just getting divorced! That was the entire, like, first plot of the movie, was their parents were getting divorced. That's why they got sent to Jurassic World, and that's why everything went to shit. Okay. I'm gonna keep reading, I think. I have a few more stories in me before I end stream.
Chad, don't forget, if you're a tarot reading, you can go ahead and donate $25 if you want an in-depth one, or just redeem the channel book redeem.
Correct. You guys are able to do that at any point.
That requires having channel points.
You don't have channel points?
I'm broke. I spent them last time.
Raisin, would you like a tarot reading?
The last tarot reading didn't go that well.
Would you like a tarot reading?
Yeah, why not? It was the worst that could happen.
Okay.
Okay.
There you go. Redeem
what?
4 Raisin.
What?
Everything.
What type of
Damn.
reading would you like? Would
Sugar
you like a
daddy told me.
general past, present, future, or would you like a specific question?
Please don't call me Sugar Daddy.
Sugar daddy.
You're behaving that way, though.
Sugar my daddy.
Jesus Christ.
What would the specific question be?
You can ask, like, any specific question that you have in mind, and I could do, like, any sort of spread, if I'm being completely honest. If you even have, like, a yes-no question, I can get cards that will tell me yes or no. It just really depends on what you want.
Let's do a general reading.
General? Okay, which deck would you like? Would you like the Shadowscapes, the Cat Tarot, or the Star Spinner?
Yes.
Cats? Okay.
Meow.
Alright.
Shut up.
Yeah.
I will say I'm gonna have to do some research on the Cat Tarot, because I'm pretty sure I got mine secondhand, so I do not have my booklet that goes with it. So I'm gonna have to do some Googling to get the actual definition for this.
Okay, yeah.
I hated that.
Eclipse, please can you make me a server up just so I can...
The fuck? Isn't Lego also in call?
He's not.
No,
here.
Lego left.
Oh, okay.
Make me
What's
server
this?
mod, I need to be able to mute them.
I am for once having a bit of fun and it instantly turns
I
violent
know.
against me.
I know you don't want to mute me.
I want to mute you first. Don't you?
Is that a threat or a promise?
You're the worst
Both.
offense here.
I like promises.
Alrighty.
Go have a cold shower.
Huh?
Go have a cold shower. You heard him.
I mean, I like cold showers.
What? Huh?
I'm also the person that doesn't mind walking around in a t-shirt when it's like minus 15 Celsius.
That's wild. Alright. So
I don't know
past.
what that's in freedom units, but I think that's like 5 or 10 Fahrenheit.
Your past is the Five of Wands.
Okay.
Alrighty, so I am getting the actual. I need the Cat Tarot.
Those cards are gonna be mean to me. I know it.
You didn't pick the super mean deck.
That is true. You did not pick the super mean deck. You picked the deck that I'm trying to learn how to communicate with Mau Mau through. So this is the card, just so you can see while I'm pulling up the PDF. Wands.
Oh, they're cute.
Yeah, they're always very cute. Alright. Hold on, I gotta scroll through a PDF. Ah! The Fool, the
I'm
Magician.
gonna be honest, the internet has ruined the letters PDF for me.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
of what it's used
Oh,
for,
yeah.
to talk about specific.
I was gonna
yeah.
say that too, but I was gonna keep my mouth
Yeah.
shut about that.
No, I'm not
It's
that
fine.
chronically online.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, I
It
just
just
hear it too
also-
often.
No,
It
I
also just
kind of
reminds me
agree.
of,
Can I just say, I find it very funny that the devil in this deck is a golden retriever, because it's the cat deck.
Yes.
Imagine I
Big
got that
floof.
card.
That'd be funny. Okay. Wands. Okay, this is the Five of Wands. So the Five of Wands upright is... There are only so many toys to go around, so there... Oh my god, I fucking... Ah! There was an ad, I'm sorry, I got very upset. There are only so many toys to go around, so there may be some competition on the horizon, even a little struggle and conflict in the seeking of rewards. You have your eyes squarely on the prize, but watch out for at least 5 C's. Conflict,
You cut out
competition...
for half the first sentence, by the
yeah,
way.
you
What?
cut out a little bit.
Okay, love
You cut out
that.
for half the first sentence.
My internet may
Discord
be
is
dying
Discord.
because of the fucking storm.
Oh yeah, that last bit also got lost. This is delightful.
Oh, I love that. You might just have to listen on stream then. And see if
Um,
stream's pulling up, because...
Assuming it's,
Mute you on
I was gonna say, I don't know if stream's solid.
assuming it's also not cutting out on stream.
It's not cutting out on stream?
Assuming it's not cutting out on stream.
Okay,
So
so...
it's cutting out in Discord. it'll
So it's
probably cut
just
out.
Discord.
Yeah, probably. Also, I'm gonna mute streaming, and I hate hearing myself.
Me too! So there are so many toys to go around, even a little struggle and conflict in the seeking rewards. You have your eyes squarely on the prize, but watch out for the 5 C's: conflict, competition, chaos, commotion, and cooperation, or lack thereof. Struggles lie ahead, even fiery, passionate ones. Be prepared to fight for your fair share. So it sounds like you kind of hit a rough patch where either too many things were happening at once and there were too many people to like kind of narrow down, okay, this is what we need to do, this is what we need to do. Or it sounds like there was something going on with, I'm gonna take a guess and say something to do with like work or something like that, because it's very heavily leaning towards the you know what you're doing, but there are issues going on in the background that you may be aware of and you may need to fight for, but they're not always necessary. It's kind of the best way that I'm getting it.
A very accurate description of the past 2.5 months.
Yeah, it sounds like there was a lot of like basic, just with no other better word, chaos, where everyone was either against what was going on or against ideas or something like that. And you had to kind of be like, okay, this is what I need to focus on, this is what I can't focus on, so on and so forth, go on from there. So leaning out of that into your present is the Ace of Swords. So, Ace of Swords, it's a little cat getting his nails clipped. And I will go find that.
That's one epic sword of a clipper there.
Correct. That is cups.
Dolly, what would you do if I went feral for you? Just curiosity.
I was not expecting that statement. That is funny.
I really don't know. Be very uncomfortable.
I can live with that.
Jesus.
I would probably,
okay.
I would probably avoid you.
To save Tolly from the horrors.
Yeah, please.
If I go fair for you.
The Ace of Swords.
Please don't.
Aces herald new beginnings, and in this case, the spawning of new ideas, words, thoughts, and plans. You have tremendous.
Don't give him new ideas, thoughts, or plans. He wants to go feral for me. Don't tell him.
The lovely Brit.
Jesus. You have tremendous mental clarity, independence, and power, and somehow you manage to be big-hearted on top of it all too. Just be careful how you wield that sword. Getting your claws trimmed is good for you whether you like it or not. Be open to new ideas, feelings, and opinions, and they'll find you. So, to me, this sounds like, while you understand where you're going, it kind of sounds like you also need to take a step back and kind of listen to other people around you. At least a little bit more.
Couldn't be me.
Yeah, couldn't be you, nah.
Nah.
But
impossible.
It sounds like you understand where you want to go, you understand how to get there, you just are... It almost sounds like if you're not careful, you're going to push too far or push people too much, and it may have consequences for you, depending. So you need to be open to things, whether you completely agree with them or not. Try to keep an open mind, try to hear the other side of the story, try to hear a different opinion sometimes. It's good for you. That's kind of the vibes that I'm getting from this. And then your future, keep in mind, can always change, as I always say. It is the Two of Pentacles. So it is a little bangle playing with some string. Cannot hear but lurking.
Cards are amazing.
Oh, I love these cards. They're so cute. I actually got them at the cat cafe that I went to. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you said anything in the past 5 seconds. You completely cut out after cat cafe.
Yeah, I said I got it from the cat cafe that I went to.
Yeah, then there was silence, so I don't know if you stopped talking.
I did stop talking because I was looking for the Two of Pentacles.
Okay. You know, it's been so inconsistent the past 2 minutes that I don't know.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
So the Two of Pentacles represents a looming choice, perhaps even conflicting distractions. The tides are changing and you have some decisions to make, likely around getting your paws on the possessions you crave. The infinite shape of the green ribbon suggests that endless possibilities abound. Still, this can be a time of stress, so keep an eye on your treats and don't get too distracted. Seek balance and avoid pressure to rush into any decisions or agreements. So
I have to take my time with Tolly? But I want him. I know what I want.
Jesus!
Okay. Alright, bud.
Actually, stop.
Basically, it's saying you have
Don't have a tally.
you kind of need to take a look and see what is, at least from what I'm gathering, it kind of is telling you to take a look and see what is truly important to you and what is truly not. Jesus Christ, let's not actually make Tali uncomfortable here.
Raisin, I specifically said stop. Actually, fucking stop.
Okay.
So it sounds like you need to kind of focus on trying to figure out where your priorities lie and understanding that sometimes you may not be able to have absolutely everything because it becomes extremely chaotic and can become very overwhelming and can get you very distracted from your actual end goal. So it sounds like you kind of need to take a step back, reevaluate what you want to focus on, and make sure that you focus on that in particular so that you can keep going towards that progression while also making sure you're not getting too tied up in stress. Can I do a tarot spread or is it too late? The only thing you have to wait for is you have to either wait for the tarot spread redeem, like the channel point redeem to happen, which I believe, because it has been 11 minutes, you should be able to redeem that. But you are more than welcome to redeem that at any point this stream. Until I end. Until I'm on the ending soon screen or ending screen. I just need to know what you would like, if it's a general, and what deck you would like. And I will get to you right after this. But Raisin, would you like any clarification cards or anything like that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, what specifically would you like?
The last bit's a bit too open-ended.
Okay.
For my liking.
So would you like specifically what it is referring to, or would you like specifically what to look out for?
Look out for.
Okay. Well, one just decided to fly out at me, so this is it. And it is a very big message, whatever this card is.
Oh?
So, it looks like the Seven of Wands. So let me go see what that is. I'm scrolling through a PDF, don't mind me. That's still swords.
Is that 7 or 8? Because I'm counting like 8.
It looks like 7. I don't know if the camera's gonna zoom in on that, but it's a V and then 1-1 next to it, which I think is 7.
Oh, okay, that's what I'm seeing as a mouse because it was under the text.
Oh, yep.
Yeah. It wasn't fully focused.
Yeah, I can't change the focus very easily on this because it's literally just my phone.
No, it's fine. It was just the text.
Okay, I gotta. Where the fuck did the wands go?
No.
There's the wands.
I'm kind of tempted to get a cat-themed card deck.
Do I whisper to you my question on my turn? Sorry for interrupting. You can just put it in chat, unless you're not comfortable with that. And I also need to know which deck you would like. So, the Seven of Wands, you're no stranger to tenacity and perseverance at all costs. Some may even call it stubbornness. While you may be outnumbered by your enemies, rest assured that your position on the high precipice gives you the distinct advantage. Stand your ground and you'll have no trouble batting them over the edge. You have the upper paw, rest assured you are in full control. So, to me, this sounds like you're almost going to kind of try to take control of a situation where you shouldn't. And you kind of just need to step back and let it happen. Because if you just keep butting your head into it, you're gonna be in chaos, essentially. So, it kind of sounds like, for me, you're gonna try to take charge of a situation where you shouldn't. And it's either going to make this future change into something more chaotic, or it's going to make you realize that I can't do this the way I've been doing it. I need to take a step back and actually see the bigger picture type thing. So that's what you need to keep an eye out for. Try not to overstep in certain areas right now. At least that's kind of where I'm getting it. Try not to...
Never overstep.
Try not to let your stubbornness get ahead of you. Is the best way to put it.
I am nowhere near stubborn in any sense, way, or form.
Sure. I believe that.
I also never lie, and I'm a saint.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure,
Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah, Moon, I'll show you my decks again so you can make a decision and pick which one you would like.
I mean, kind of makes sense. Still a bit.
Well, it is
Too
the future, so you have to keep in mind.
Yeah.
The future changes. So we have the Cat Tarot, we have Shadowscape Tarot, and we have the Star Spinners Tarot. We
These
have...
almost sounded like when shit's about to really hit the fan, just let it hit the fan.
That could be it. Yeah. Honestly, sometimes that's what you need to do for a situation. Need to let people learn in their own ways type thing.
Yep.
What are you eating?
I was gonna say, are you eating something?
What is it?
Are you sharing with the class?
No.
Oh.
God, I am.
Alright, Moon, but go ahead and pick your deck. And let me know if you have a specific question or if you want just a general past, present, future. My name is Moon, so the Star Spinner deck makes sense? Okay, cool. We've used every single deck so far.
Let's go.
Okay, I can ask something actually specific to this deck.
Uh-oh.
Which lover card would you like in the deck? There are 4 different lover cards in this deck, and
No way.
yeah. So we have normal lovers. We have the gay boys.
Delightful.
We have the girls, of
Right.
course. And I will show you the one that I already have in my deck once I can find it.
Oh, good.
I love how there's different choices for the lovers in this deck. It's very pretty. I love this deck. I will say, this deck's a bit too big for my hands. I have tiny hands.
Makes it more funnier.
It does. You can see me struggling to hold it.
Why would you define as tiny hands?
I don't know entirely. I haven't met. I
Are those
haven't.
cards the same size as playing cards? Or?
I'll go grab playing cards if you want to compare.
I'm quite curious because
Okay. Oh,
playing cards are
here's
pretty small in my hands.
here's the lovers that I have in the deck currently. Is this one?
Oh.
So which lovers card would you like as well? And I'll go grab playing cards real quick to compare.
The art on all of those cards is insane.
About my job or college predicament. And the last one.
Okay. So here's like a normal card deck. It's Technoblade cards. And here's this. So they are significantly bigger.
Wait, did he have that as merch?
I don't remember, if I'm gonna be honest. I think it was. I think it was merch.
Yeah, it was, because if I'm not wrong,
But yeah.
still back to this drawer here. Yes, that is.
The last one? Okay.
But yeah, your
it's
hands are
it's an open.
teeny tiny.
Yeah, for comparison, here's the card deck in my hand.
Yeah.
I have tiny hands. I'm not joking.
Oh, cute, so small.
Also, Moon, Tali redeemed it for Raisin, so that was the reading that you walked into. So no worries, that reading is complete. So you are up next.
No, don't worry. I have a very hard time with tarot, so I won't be redeeming it.
That's okay.
What you do, Tully?
Alright, question is, what should I do about my job or college predicament? Okay, gotcha. So past, present, future, job, and or college/career. No worries, Moon. No worries whatsoever. Also, highly recommend this tarot deck in particular for anyone who wants to start tarot, because holy shit, this guidebook is wonderful. This guidebook is so in-depth.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a tiny book, but it's very, very good. Like, it tells the upright and the reverse of each card, and it shows you a picture along with it. What?
Someone just made a
Oh, Jesus. Alright.
Who took hit damage?
That one's not for you. That just flew out because I have tiny hands. This is the main issue with this deck, is I can't shuffle it properly half the time. That one's for you.
That should be a sound right. Tiny hands.
You need a shuffle machine, my lady.
No, I can't do that because then I can't feel when the cards tell me to stop. That's the issue, is the cards tell me when to stop. And
have you considered bigger hands?
I have. I don't think that's worked. I've asked for the past 5 years now.
I mean, the powers that be have decided cute and small it shall be.
The powers have decided all the growth goes elsewhere.
Hey, yo.
Let's
the
be
main
so real.
The main characters need it, okay?
I already got purple hair. What more do you want from me?
Can we get like slightly light pinkish highlights here and there?
Love handles.
Jesus Christ.
Aren't there already 2 handlebars?
Oh my god.
Oh god, we're not bringing this back. No.
The horns are handlebars.
Jesus.
This isn't date everything. Let's be tame.
I don't know if I should choose which path to pick, so that's why I'm asking. Okay, well this is gonna be basically a past, present, future about your like career and college kind of combined.
I mean, it's for stream,
so it might be a little bit confusing, but I will try to explain to the best of my ability. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I will do clarifications as I can. So past is going to be this one. Present is you, and you are future. And I don't really know how to explain to everyone how I'm determining what the past, present, future cards are. The best way I can describe it is it's just a feeling for me, and I really can't describe it any other way. So your past is the 4 of Swords. So the 4 of Swords is... Let me... 4 of Swords indicates rest and reprieve. You endured much, and you must take it upon yourself to retreat and recharge until you are better able to come back to your life. This card refers especially to recovery from trauma and sudden upheaval. You have suffered a violation and must take time to regroup. Okay. So to me, instantly this sounds like something bad happened. And you need to take a step you needed to take a step away and kind of reevaluate, which is why you're asking this question, which makes perfect sense. I don't know what thing happened, but it seems like something very impactful for your either mental or emotional health, and it very, very like badly affected you. Also, I'll pull up this card so you can get a better look at it. But basically something happened, and I'm getting very... I don't know how to say this nicely. I'm getting kind of physical vibes is the best way I can put it, and I don't know how to explain that any better than something physically happened that made you uncomfortable, or something happened. And I'm sorry, I don't know how to explain that any better. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but that's kind of what I'm getting. And you need to take a step back and be like, okay, is this good for me? Is this good for my health? Should I continue this? Because this, and this is happening. So I need to reevaluate things. Why do I always get so called out by cards? What if I told you this is my nice deck? This is my nice flowery deck that's supposed to be nice to you. So you must really need to hear something. So I'm back. Welcome back. Your present is chalices. Or the 10 of chalices, I should say. This is the nice one? Yes. Uh-huh. So. Let me grab the chalices. Boy. I'm sorry. There is finally an overarching sense of harmony in your life. Though the journey has been long, you have materialized your hopes and desires in ways you have not expected. You may not have gotten everything that you wanted, but you have found love and fulfillment in relationships you have built along the way. Okay. So getting a little bit more vibes off of this, I'm kind of wondering if something happened where a friendship or a relationship or something was ruined, and it kind of put you in a spiral, and now you're finding healthy relationships again, and you're finding healthy friendships again, and you're moving on from that, and you're finally feeling a sense of harmony and understanding and realizing that this is what relationships are really supposed to be. So it kind of sounds like you're in a very calm state of mind. You're very content with what's happening. You want to keep moving forward with this because it feels safe to you, is kind of the vibes that I'm getting. So, let me read chat real quick. So, funny story, the lights I said was broke, just landed on me while I was on my bed. Are you okay? It's back in the roof and it works now?
Why
Jesus. Are you good?
Why does it have bad luck?
I don't know. I said between Zero and Owl, I should put them both in a padded room.
Yes.
Chose the blunt deck. Void, this isn't the blunt deck. That's the worst part. This is the flowery deck that's nice to me most of the time.
Not to others.
I guess not.
That shit really said, I am the devil.
Well, it's also, to be fair, it is also Amaterasu's deck. And Amaterasu, when she has a message that she needs to tell it to someone, she will say it as much and as loud as she needs to say it.
That'll do it.
So... I thought they chose the blunt deck. No, my blunt deck is this one. The Shadowscapes. They chose the Star Spinner. They chose the Star Spinner one. I have broken glass on me, but no cuts. Okay, that's good. I'm glad you had no cuts or anything, but please be safe. Oh my god. Alright, and finally your future. Oh god. Okay. Well this automatically doesn't look great based on the card, but I could be wrong.
Wait, what did I miss? I had to deafen as
basically these cards are very, 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 very badly calling out Moon.
You cut out.
They're very badly cutting out, or they're very badly calling out Moon.
Oh, okay.
Basically, yes, the Skinny Boys stories are done for now. We have moved on to ghost stories. Gotta be kidding me. Yeah, sorry, Moon. Hold on, let me see what this one is. Keep in mind, the future is always changing, so you are able to change this, so don't be negative immediately. You will be okay, I'm sure of it. The Eight of Swords reveals that you are caught. You are trapped in your bad habits, your deceptions, and your denials. You keep trying to explain your way out of your emotional problems without ever touching the heart of the matter. This vicious cycle is emboldened by the people in your orbit who make you doubt your feelings. Okay. I'm gonna now say something that I think needs to be addressed, because this is...
Oh no. Uh-oh.
It sounds like... It sounds like to me, you have some things that you want to work on, but you are not wanting to work on it right now because you are content and you are worried about that contentness going away. So, what this is saying is you need to start making sure that you are being yourself, being you, being what you want to be, and moving forward, and discovering yourself. Do not let people decide what you are. You decide what you are. You decide your life, you live your life the way you want to live it, because it is your life. So, do not let other people determine what you like, what you don't like, things like that. Because you will feel trapped and you will feel like you have to be that person for people to like you if you don't start trying to break out and start trying to be yourself. It sounds like to me, you're kind of holding yourself back a bit. It sounds like you're trying to limit yourself in a way. And you need to just... How does this connect to the job or college thing exactly? Very easily. You cannot determine what you want if you're relying heavily on everyone else to make decisions for you regarding yourself. You yourself will not be able to make that decision. if you rely so heavily on others to figure out what you truly want to be, you need to put your foot down basically and say, this is me. This is who I want to be. I am me, basically. You then have to then take a look at yourself and be like, okay, what do I really want to do? You then, once you figure out how you feel about yourself and how you feel about things and how you feel about relationships and everything like that, once you discover more about yourself, once you start being yourself more and being more true to yourself, whether it's in one way outside like outside, whether it's in your own home type thing, whatever, you will discover things about yourself that you may have not ever known. You may discover, oh, I really want to go into baking. Or you may discover, oh, I really want to go into archaeology, for example. There are so many different things that you discover about yourself once you start being true to yourself that, to me, it sounds like the cards are basically saying you need to figure out yourself and figure out what you truly want before you then figure out if, like, for example, college is the right path. Because just being completely blunt for a second, college can be expensive, especially depending on where you are. So it can be very, very difficult for people to be like, okay, I want to go from this major to this major to this major. That could be tens of thousands of dollars to change major that much. It's basically saying, take a step back, figure out yourself a little bit more, and go from there. Yeah, I hear that. I think it's also saying, from what I know about myself, I've been terrified about taking on both, being too much for me to handle. So telling me to stop being scared, move on from the past trauma, take the damn dive and stop failing. That is also an interpretation. You are welcome to interpret your cards as well, yeah. But yeah, if you're taking that, it probably also means that for you. I'm not getting that as much. I'm getting the you kind of need to figure out yourself a little bit more. But if you're getting that, absolutely take that, because that message is for you and you alone. So you take that message and you run with it. But from what I'm gathering, it's basically saying that you need to just be more confident with yourself. Be more true to yourself. Be more you. If that makes sense. And then everything should fall into place, because, like I said, this one's ever changing. This one can be null and void entirely. So, there you go. Hopefully that helped at least a little bit. I apologize it wasn't as heavily on career and, like, college stuff, but it's a message that apparently you very badly needed to hear. So, take that as you will. It's definitely connecting, not being sarcastic. Okay, I'm glad. Yeah. So, there's that. I think I'm gonna read one or two more stories, and then depending on if anyone else does tarot readings, do one or two more of those, and then end stream, because I still don't feel great.
If anybody wants a tarot reading but you don't have the points, let me know and I can redeem it for you.
There you go. Also,
I have 150,000 points. I don't spend them on anything.
Wait, hold on. 50?
150.
150,000.
Jesus.
Yeah, I knew Tolly had a lot of points.
Yeah, that's
I have
It's a chimod.
I have
It's a chimod.
106,000.
I mean,
many- sorry,
it's a good bit, but it's nowhere near
Oh,
the end
God.
stream.
I have 106,000 saved up.
I
I just don't spend them on anything.
I think in most
Occasionally rat.
I think in most people's chats I have like a solid 40 to 50k minimum.
You guys are on Twitch a lot, eh?
Now I work.
I will say I am constantly lurking whether people realize it or not. I am around, I am watching.
No, I get some points and then I use them for interaction purposes.
Oh, I do that too. I scare Cookie all the time.
Yeah, you fucking do. Yeah, you fucking
It's great.
Also, if you think me having 151,000 in eclipses is a lot, I have 1.2 million in another.
Yeah.
Like I said, you guys are on Twitch quite a lot, eh?
Jesus.
Twitch is like always constantly on my computer whenever I'm sitting here. Being completely honest, I like constantly have another stream up on my other monitor.
That's funny.
Twitch only gets opened for like basically the few people in call here and Lego.
That's fair.
That's all I open Twitch for.
I have like if no one that I enjoy like watching is live, I have like 24/7 like kitten cams and like animal cameras that I put on. Like there's one person that I watched the kittens grow from week 1 till I think they're week 6 now. And it was so it's so cute. They have like 7 different cameras.
Oh, that's cool.
Still working on the fan story where I tell Rambo what the fuck happened to his parents. I think you'll like it. I can't wait to read that. I cannot wait to read that. That sounds fun. Also, Zero, I also need to learn to take it slow. I understand. I get it. Okay.
The amount of times my cards have called Eclipse out for stuff.
Uh-huh. Like, okay. Void, would you mind doing a reading for me to have me
right
get
now?
called out? Because
Yeah, sure.
chat's feeling called out, so...
Yeah, make chat feel better.
Yeah, let's make chat feel better. Your cards love calling me out.
Oh yeah, my cards love this. Okay, do you want Lost Hollow, Neon Moon, the Persona deck, the Tarot deck, the Tarot Familiar deck, or the Animal Spirit deck? Animal Spirit's more of an Oracle deck than it is a Tarot. The rest are all Tarots.
I'm being told to go with the first one that you said.
And I think I said Lost Hollow, which is the
Yes.
one that calls you out the most. Fun fact.
Okay,
It's the red
fun!
and black one.
Yay!
It's the red and black one. You see that one a lot because it likes to talk to you. Like, oh, let me check our messages really quick. I'm gonna see how many photos of this deck I've sent you.
Probably quite a bit.
Probably.
Trying to figure yourself out can be difficult. Yeah, I completely agree, Zero. Figuring out parts of yourself that you may not know can be intimidating and also nerve-wracking and also just hard to do.
December 2nd, Lost Hollow deck.
Also, ooh, I'm a powerful sorcerer in your story? Ooh.
June 27th, Lost Hollow deck.
I'm so happy that I decided that one.
I don't think you had a choice at this point.
Yeah.
Because every single time without fail, this deck is always the one that's like, me, I want to do it.
Well, it's that, and I honestly, like, nudged Loki and was like, okay, which one? And he's, like, the first one. So, I think he also
Yeah,
just
he
likes
knows.
to see me suffer.
He knows.
Yeah. Okay. I'm prepared to be emotionally distraught.
Alright,
Pog.
what kind of, do you have a question or do you want just past, present, future?
Let's just do a general past, present, future for, like... Let's do work stuff, specifically.
Work, past,
Uh-oh.
present, future. Got it.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
You can go
Oh,
ahead
boy.
and start reading if you want, since these take a second to shuffle.
Sure.
They always have.
Alright, so the next story that we have is from r/ghosts. It is Fotis666. The title is, I wanted to share this story with the community. Let me know what you think. Hello, I wanted to share a story about something I had experienced nearly 25 years ago. An experience I still think about to this day. I don't write often, so I apologize in advance for any mistakes. A bit of a background before the story. My parents divorced when I was around 4 or 5 years old. Fortunately, both remarried happily. I spent every other weekend with my dad, and one of the perks of having two families was getting to celebrate most holidays twice. This particular story takes place on my school's Christmas break. My dad was picking me up early on Christmas Day, after I had opened the gifts at my mom's house. We were heading to my stepmother's parents' house in Sequim, Washington. The day started off normally. Good food, drinks, gifts, nothing out of the ordinary. After presents were opened, I made my way downstairs to watch Little Giants on VHS. My grandparents had an old-style TV with a click knob that took me a little while to figure out how to use. About halfway through the movie, I needed to use the restroom. To get there, you had to walk down a long hallway that stretched the length of the house. There were 3 doors. One on the left was a giant boiler room. On the right, a creepy untouched bedroom, and straight ahead, an outdated bathroom. I used the bathroom, washed my hands, and turned off the sink. As I started heading back to the couch to finish my movie, I passed the boiler room, and suddenly I heard the sink turn on full blast behind me. I froze. The air turned ice cold, and I felt it creep up the back of my neck to my skull. It felt like cold fingers were touching me. I couldn't move. I physically could not turn around. It felt like something was behind me, something that wanted me to look. I started walking slowly back to the couch, refusing to turn my head. I sat down and pressed play on the VHS player, pretending that the sink wasn't still running. A few minutes passed, maybe 2 or 3, before I started to finally glance over my shoulder to see if it was safe. Eventually, I woke up the courage to go back to the bathroom. When I got inside, the sink was still blasting full force. Both the hot and cold handles were turned on to the max. Water was splashing out of the sink and all over the floor. I quickly grabbed a towel and started wiping up the mess around the sink. There was no way I would have left the sink on like that. I was probably 14 or 15 years old at the time, and I definitely knew better. After turning everything off, I went upstairs to tell my dad what had happened. He looked at me, confused, and didn't say anything about it again. I still can't explain what I experienced that day, but I thought I'd share my story here. Thank you for reading. So there's a sink story. That could definitely happen. Like, I've had shit like that happen before, personally. I have a true spirit / ghost story. If you would like to share, Moon, feel free. Or, I'm gonna be so honest, I'm gonna start possibly making YouTube videos. So if you want to email me your story, like, completely written up, there's honestly a chance that I might read it, like, on a YouTube video, if you want as well. Like, being completely serious, I'm very tempted to go get a bunch of, like, Reddit stories and then my own personal stories and start making YouTube videos where I'm playing Minecraft and reading that as, like, a starter for videos, because I don't have any other video ideas right now that are easily done. I have a big project idea for videos, but that's going to take a lot more time for me to do. So... told my stories of paranormal, all good, Zero. You are welcome to do the same thing if you would like. My business email is on my profile. But anyone with a paranormal experience that they want possibly read on YouTube, feel free to shoot me a email. Mel! Thank you so much for the raid! Hello, hello! How was stream? What'd you do? I would love to hear. Please let me know. But welcome, raiders. My name is Essel Eclipse, otherwise known as Eclipse. Nice to meet you. I primarily stream Minecraft, but today we are doing some tarot readings, and we're reading some horror stories, so... Good, just chatting and stuff? Cool, very cool. Hope it went well. I'm currently waiting for VOD to wreck me emotionally.
So...
I always do.
So, like, on the topic of paranormal stuff, like, obviously, like, you know I don't believe in ghosts and all that shit.
Mm.
But my mother swears that one of the, like, I want to say it was the first house we lived in when we moved down to, like, where we are now.
Yeah.
Like, every single morning, the rug that we had in the middle of the living room would be pulled, like, right to the front door. And she thought I was the one doing it.
Oh.
And she swears that just like she stayed up one night to see if it was me, and it wasn't me, and it just moved.
Huh.
I think she's.
Well, I would set up like a GoPro or some shit and try to capture that. That's cool.
I was like 2, so.
Does it still happen?
I don't know. It was 27 years ago. We don't live in that house.
Oh, well, I didn't know that part.
Well, I said the first house we moved in.
I don't think Discord picked that up on my end. I'm gonna be so real.
Okay, no,
I didn't hear that. No.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're currently in.
I heard it.
Thank you. The reassurance.
No, I'm sure it's just Discord being
dog.
Discord, but I did not hear it.
Fair. No, this is we're currently in our 5th house that we lived in, but yeah, no, that was 27 years ago. I don't believe her, because it's like that didn't happen. You're lying.
Mm-hmm. One night, I was beating myself up, calling myself names. After doing that for a second, a loud bang came from my wall, like someone had hit it, telling me to stop it. sounded too big for a bat or a mouse. I was on the second story, so no animals could have done it. Interesting. So whatever that was, like, shut the fuck up. You're beautiful, basically. It basically told you, shut the fuck up, you're wonderful, deal with it. That's kind of funny and wholesome in a weird way.
Alright!
Oh boy. I'm ready.
First, we have Nine of Swords in reverse.
Oh boy, and a reverse card immediately.
It's cruelty in reverse.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Lovely.
Next is Four of Wands fulfillment. That is upright.
Okay. Oh no, I don't like that laugh.
No, you really shouldn't. You know better than to like that laugh.
Uh-huh. What is it?
The next card is Devil.
Fuck!
Is upright.
Fuck!
That's the future card.
Ah! Okay. Would you like to explain for everyone else?
Fun.
Yeah, I am. I will. Or you want me to explain why you're screaming about the devil? Or just explain all the cards?
Just explain the cards. I'm sure they'll get it once you explain.
Yep, working on it. I'm trying to find Nine of Swords real quick.
Yep, no rush.
I love this deck.
I love it
yells
calling
at
me
you.
out.
It yells at you. Nine of Swords, Lord of Despair, Cruelty, Mars, and Gemini. Its ill-defined themes, which is it in reverse, is self-hatred over a period of time that causes pain to everyone involved, self-destructive behavior, especially mentally, self-sabotage as a coping mechanism.
Okay, well, we don't have to go that far in depth. Jesus Christ. I was not fucking expecting that depth. Holy shit. Okay, I should have prepared more. I should have fucking prepared mentally more. Holy shit. Okay, go on.
I wasn't expecting that either, honestly.
Anyways, go on.
Normally when a card is in reverse, it means it's the opposite of what it normally is. Not with this.
Holy
its
fuck.
well-defined themes are denigration, self-harm, hateful thoughts directed inward that nonetheless harm others.
Oh my god!
This card
Jesus.
is pain and suffering only. It is calling you the fuck out this week.
Okay.
Oh,
Anyways.
That's a mood.
Okay, well, fuck.
Okay, sorry, I missed it. What was the call out for Eclipse?
Oh, I'll read the ill-defined themes again. Self-hatred over a period of time that causes pain to everyone involved. Self-destructive behavior, especially mentally. Self-sabotage as a coping mechanism. This is the first card.
See, this is why I say Zero. It doesn't matter if you are doing card readings. You will get called the fuck out by your own cards. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you think you control these things. They have a mind of their own. I'm not
matter
crazy.
if you tame them.
You can't tame them. Okay.
Let me find the Four of Wands now.
Ready for another stab in the chest.
I mean, there's 4 skeletons on this card. So yeah.
Jesus.
So you're gonna die 4 times.
Okay. I'm ready.
I'm looking for it. This one is called Fulfillment. So.
Okay.
Four of Wands, Lord of Perfected Work, fulfillment, then Venus and Aries. Well-defined themes: accomplishment, attainment, conclusion of work, stability, and security. Four of Wands relates to the energy of Venus and Aries. It symbolizes settled matters, completed work, and rest after labor. The card title has been changed to Fulfillment from Completion to represent the positive feelings of celebration after successful completion of a task or goal. It is not just the completion of work, but the fulfillment we derive from the satisfactory conclusion that gives this card its celebratory and attained feeling. After a period of laboring towards the finish line, we have succeeded and now celebrate the task's end with our workmates, friends, or family. Our skeleton friends in the image all dance together in the forest to show the celebration of this achievement. This card encourages to take joy in the goal achieved, to celebrate with loved ones, and to take a well-earned rest.
Okay.
So far, just based on these 2 cards, is you have been self-sabotaging. I don't have to get this from the cards, I know. But the cards are saying so anyway.
Damn. Okay.
Call me out too. Oh my god!
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can. Watch. Watch me.
No, it comes from
a violent
Eclipse's best friend too, by the way.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
no, I'm Eclipse's best friend, by the way.
Oh my god, okay.
Fucking Christ.
Hold on, my headphones are dying. Give me 1 second.
Man, I wonder why. Maybe it's because you're shit.
Fuck, man.
Oh my
Those
god.
cards. Goddamn.
Yeah, no, Moon, you.
By the way, chat, this is definitely not the first time these cards have called her out this way.
Yeah.
Every single time without fail, they call her out.
You're not getting called the fuck out, Moon. I'm getting called the fuck out. Oh,
this
god.
deck has never held anything back. It is my baby. I love this deck.
This deck went full in no protection. Full on.
No protection. Oh my.
No safe word.
Nothing. There's nothing.
Just pure violation.
Just full on
raw
raw
dog.
dog.
For this card, May 11th. Yeah, the 3 times you've had me do a reading for you, it's been this deck every time.
Jesus.
I'm very glad I don't put much weight into tarot. And also, Void knows me way too well. The deck would probably call me out way too much. If
Right.
Probably. Probably. Oh, we're not done, Moon. We have another card after this one.
Yeah, we have another card. We have the devil after this.
Uh-huh.
She's only been called out twice.
This is my present, and continue on, Void, because I think you were still explaining.
Yeah. I was. So far, what the cards are telling me, and from what I know, you have been self-sabotaging yourself in your work, because this is what this is about. This is about your work.
Mm-hmm.
You have finally started to get out of that. You're breaking out of that, and you're celebrating, and you should be celebrating. But let's see what happens next.
Okay.
Because the celebration is because you are finally starting to pull yourself out of your self-loathing.
I will say, I may need clarification on that one, because so far, not feeling that one hitting close to home.
That's fair, but you are getting better at this in the job sense.
Yeah, I'm trying.
I feel like it, but you are.
I'm doing the best I can.
Where is it? This is XV. There it is. I landed on it first try.
Of course. Why else wouldn't you?
Devil, Lord of the Gates of Matter, Capricorn. This is an upright, so well-defined themes: restriction, attachment, overly focused on the material, sexuality, and shadow self.
Oh.
Ah.
Great.
Okay.
Oh boy.
The devil calls back to the design of the lover's card, but here shows all the multitudes of people as bound and held aloft. The rope leads back to the devil's hands as though he is a puppeteer manipulating marionette. The ropes form an inverted pentagram above the devil's head. The devil itself is a shadowy figure with the head and spiral horns of a Makor goat, and a red third eye and a red halo. Behind it are the flames that consume the addicts and thralls, associated with Capricorn physical features, material focus, and addiction. The devil is about the things that keep us restricted and spiritually stunted. Material things that we let get the better of us, as well as those things that are dangerously addictive for us to be around. It can be a card of greed materialism, or something as simple as lustful attraction. In some cases, it can be about breaking away from work to engage in celebration of the material, but more often it is a card of letting material pursuits get the better of us. We may be giving in to pleasures and dependencies that keep us from our higher self. Our shadow self runs amok and we shrink within it. We need to acknowledge and be consciously aware of these dangerous behaviors so that we may work on freeing ourselves from their negative influence and the hold they have on us.
Okay.
I have to say, this ties into the last reading I did for you.
I don't fully remember the last reading. Would you like to explain that one, or?
The last reading basically boiled down to you were getting too tied up in everything, and you need to do self-care to bring yourself back to balance.
Oh, yeah, I remember now. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, can I get a clarification how to avoid the devil?
Devil?
Yeah.
You want to avoid?
Yeah, I would like to.
Oh god.
The cards need to quiet the fuck down.
Yeah, I wish they would.
Jeez,
I wish they would, but they never will.
No. Hey, you chose this deck. Well, Loki chose this deck for you.
Yeah, yeah.
Why'd you listen to him?
Cause
I think the funny part is you didn't know this deck name, like, but it's always the deck that either you choose or chooses you every single time.
I don't know if that's a good or bad thing.
I don't know either. This is actually, because I went back and I checked, it was actually 4 readings I did for you with this deck.
That's
This is the
wild.
5th? Yeah.
That's wild, because
Might be
normally I would
4.
go for, like, a moon, like, deck. Like, your Neon Moon or whatever. I would normally go for that one, but... something just told me
Yeah,
not to. I did not see. Let me read. Hold on. Another story was from a long time ago. As I was walking into my room, which was dark inside, I heard a female voice say my name. At first, it was my mom, but the voice didn't match, and she was on the other side of the house. I turned and ran the fuck out of there. I was like, hell nah. See, I've dealt with shit like that. I've dealt with shit where I, like, think I hear a friend calling my name or whatever, and there's nothing. I've dealt with things like that. So I get that
Told
one.
I had a demon attached to me one time.
Oh! A moon deck? Correct.
It was a crazy few months.
Hi, Mel.
Hello, Mel.
Hi.
How are
Just thought
you?
I'd chime in. Good.
The moon! The moon is watching you.
The moon haunts you.
Okay. Okay, Moon Knight. Get back in your corner.
I had to.
It sounds like he's actually going back into
I
it.
know! He's getting locked back in his containment. No! Also, I have cards if we run out of time. Not gonna ask for money, I don't do that. You're good. I'm opening up commissions, so...
So...
Yeah.
I pulled the card.
Okay.
It's in reverse,
Okay.
which is not a good sign, not a good start.
What is it?
Queen of Pentacles.
Oh, okay.
Pentacles is the money suit.
Yeah. Okay. What does that mean for me?
And the pendulum is saying this is the right card. So let me find
Okay.
that.
What's this?
You know
What?
me, I always triple check.
How dead am I? There.
Stop, she's already dead.
She's already dead. She already pulled the devil.
Yeah. L. Lacking fulfillment, unhealthy, barren, cut off from emotions. I think you've gotten this card before. I swear you have.
It sounds familiar.
I swear you've gotten this one before.
This might have something to do with the dentist, maybe? Maybe. I'm going back tomorrow. In the morning.
Queen of Pentacles stands in front of a lush forest representing his connection. His connection? Okay.
Huh.
Sorry, that threw me off.
That threw me off too. I'm not used to the Queen of Pentacles being referred to as a he.
Yeah.
Huh.
Wait, as a what?
Good for him.
Is a he.
Yeah.
Oh.
The Queen of Pentacles is a he. Good for him, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just about to make the joke about Eclipse coming out as trans.
Nah. Nah, I'm not.
She loves her tits too much for that.
That's so true. I've made the joke before. I'd keep my tits and grow a dick if I could. I've made that joke before.
I know you have.
They're gonna become a Fuda.
Jesus.
Oh god, the OnlyFans will go crazy.
Oh my god, never. If I ever do that, come check up on me, please. I don't think I'm okay if I'm doing that.
All the bitches that think they can pull.
But Eclipse the money you could make.
Went to the doctor today. I thought they said I was gonna gain weight, but I apparently lost 25. I also apparently lost weight that I didn't know. I apparently lost 10 pounds, so that's kind of neat. But you were explaining, Void?
Wait.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm just noticing something. This card is actually linked to the devil.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Oh.
It has a upright pentagram. No, pentacle. Has a pentacle in the background.
Oh,
with
fun.
the same horns and a goat on the page as well. And also the queen is also holding a rabbit, which represents fertility and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
And it symbolizes, and this whole thing symbolizes Capricorn, just like the devil does.
Uh-huh. Doing what? I missed it? We've talked about a lot in the past, like, 5 seconds here. I'm gonna be so honest with you. Again, like 10 seconds behind. Okay, no worries. Gotta love Twitch delay. Alright, Void, how dead am I?
Well, I'm still reading, trying to understand what's going on with this card.
Okay.
Please say Barry. That'd be funny.
Why do you want me to perish? Do you hate me that much?
Just say you hate me.
Just say you hate me. Just say it to my face.
So this card is representing. I think what this card is not so much how to stop it, but what is leading to that future.
Okay, that's okay.
That makes sense to me.
Okay.
And again, the ill-defined themes for this one is lacking fulfillment, unhealthy, barren, cut off from emotion.
Okay.
I think this is literally just telling you work on yourself.
It kind of sounds like it, which I'm already kind of doing, so like
the unhealthy, you're getting work on your teeth. So if you continue to work on your health, be it teeth, mental health, all of that stuff, it will lead to you having a better, I'm getting the message. It will lead to you having a better relationship with the material assets you are chasing.
Okay.
This is all related to your work. So you have, I'm seeing the vision now.
Okay. Lay it out.
Focus so much on the monetary of everything, which is understandable.
Yeah.
100% understandable.
I'm
not knocking you for that, but you have been so focused on that you are forgetting the person who is driving that, and that is you. You're forgetting yourself because you are so focused on your goal.
Okay.
You need to go back. You don't need to go all the way back to the past where you were hating yourself so much for not being able to do what you need. You need to stay in that proud of yourself, but working to take care of yourself and better yourself, because you cannot reach a good goal if you are not bettering yourself.
Okay. That makes sense. If
that's what I'm seeing. If that resonates with you.
Yeah, that definitely resonates a lot more than just hearing it before. So that makes a lot more sense. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm getting. It takes me having to get all the cards and think on it for a second, and then the message hits me smack in the face every single time.
Yeah, that tends to be how it goes.
if you see the text I send you, it's always explaining what each card is, and then like a final message of everything all together.
And most of the time, I'm just sitting there waiting with sweat on my brow as I'm reading through the horrible messages that it needs me to read.
Yeah, and then I sent her walls of text.
Oh yeah, it's like, oh, by the way, you're doing this, and this. This is self-destructive. You should do this instead. Oh, by the way, you're doing wonderful in this one aspect. Anyways, moving on, you need to do this, this, and this.
Yeah. No, it literally looks like that.
It's so funny to me.
The roller coaster this set of cards sends her through is similar to that in which her heart does when reading it.
Yeah. Gonna give me the heart condition at this point. Also, Void Moon says hello.
Hi, Moon.
Mary? I don't think anyone said anything about marrying anyone. Did they?
No. I don't think I did. Did I?
I don't know. Someone gonna marry someone that I'm not aware of? In my server?
Lego!
Cookie, you and Lego getting married?
Not the fucking kiss noise.
I want you to know that peaked so badly on my end that it turned to static for a second.
It did?
Yeah.
It was, yeah. But I knew what it was.
It peaked in my headphones, so in my left ear all I heard was just a static noise for like a second. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, I think we have time for one more story. So we have either...
bad.
No, you're good. You're fine. Once the invite's coming out, I don't know. You gotta talk to Cookie and Liger for that one. I don't think I'm involved
Only
in
for the homies.
Gonna say I don't think I'm involved in the planning. Okay, so I'm gonna read the... I'm gonna read the little
Wait,
synopsis.
you don't need an event planner? Because I do that for a job now.
Oh, that's so true. That was my headphones bugging out. No, that was Cookie. That was Cookie. Oh my god, that's funny. Okay, I'm gonna read these little things that I left on my Google Doc, and you guys can pick the last story. So from r/ghosts, we have Dad's Experience. We have Same Figure for 11 years. Or from r/no-sleep, we have Sealed Apartment or Neighbor Beckoning Children. Keep in mind, r/no-sleep could totally be just creative writing, while r/ghost should be apparently real. What are you guys thinking?
I would say the dad store.
The Dad Experience?
Mm-hmm.
What about you guys? Chat, Void, anyone else that would like to give 2 cents?
I'm fine with what Cookie chose.
Okay.
I was trying to say what Cookie picked.
I know it's a total picky close.
Yeah.
Picky close. Yeah. Okay. So, this is from 8 days ago if we're reading the Dad Experience one.
Ooh.
So, this is like fresh, and it's a little bit longer, not super long. Coin flip? There are 4 options! I don't think a coin has 4 faces! We have the arse.
Coin.
I could roll a d4.
Or quantum coin. Yeah, quantum coin.
Oh, God.
I could roll a d4.
You could.
Do you want to?
I mean, I already have the Dad one pulled up.
Yeah.
If it's short enough, I could just read another one.
Let's see. Let's see how it goes.
Okay. I'll read through this one, and if we're not super long with this one, I'll read another one. I don't mind. So this is from 8 days ago. It is Persia in Japan. It is titled My Dad's Experience with a Probably Malicious Entity. I don't know if this is the best place to post this, because most of this didn't happen directly to me, but to my dad a few years ago. This is the reason why some might not believe me, but I know how his workplace is, and I 100% believe him. Also, sorry for any mistakes, but English isn't my first language. So he has been working in a pretty old mansion as a gardener for probably over a decade now. It's not completely isolated from the rest of the world. It is a little neighborhood outside of the city, so we can say it's sort of private. The owners of the mansion are rich people who go there sometimes during the summer for like a month or so most of the times it's just him there, and since he is the gardener, he has a little apartment there where he sleeps. Some other people work, like cleaners, but in winter they just come by every once in a while during the day. While working there, him, my mom, and I had seen or heard multiple times a presence. Like, we heard footsteps in places where there was no one, saw things like doors or cabinets open. One time my mom and dad saw the door of a well outside the house open, which was very heavy and can't just open by itself. Or lights turn on randomly. Like one time, me, my mom, and my little brother were in the garden. It started to just get dark, so we went to turn on the lights, but while walking towards the switch, the lights just turned on by themselves, right in front of our eyes. My parents believed in this kind of thing, and I'm a pretty spiritual person. So we were pretty sure there's some sort of entity, but clearly not a malicious one. Just a ghost, or maybe more than one, who knows, who enjoys living in the house and never hurt or bothered anybody. However, we believe that once my dad may have encountered a malicious entity there. One night, he was awake in bed on his phone and saw a strong light from outside. When he went to check, he told me that it was like somebody was in a car with the headlights on, right in front of the gate. A few times robbers have tried to get into the house, and there isn't anything valuable inside since it's just a vacation home, but you know, it's a mansion, so robbers will try to get in. He ran outside to check, since that is literally his job, but when he opened the door, he saw a tall black figure, this time, inside of the garden of the mansion, walking towards a tree. So then my dad panicked. I remember he called my mom around like midnight and ran home. The day after, he was so scared that he had to bring my mom to go check on the house, and he saw big footsteps, like bigger than normal ones, on the pebbles. Outside in the garden. Sorry, I don't really know how to explain this. And it seemed like the pavement in front of the gate was burnt, like you could see burn marks on the floor. On the first few days after this event, he refused to tell me anything about it, since I was a kid and it probably would have freaked out. But my mom is nosy, so she told me everything, lol. To solve this, my mom ended up giving him some crucifixes, like one to wear and one to put on the wall. I'm atheist and my family is not very religious, but somehow it worked. I don't believe this entity was the same one that is still now in the mansion, since it was clearly malicious and wanted to scare my dad or worse. The other ghost was still there, walking around the house and opening doors, but I'm sure she doesn't mean no harm. What places there where we can find the stories? All the stories that I'm reading are found on r/ghosts and r/nosleep and r/skinwalkers are the subreddits that I went and I sorted it by top of this month, I believe. I sorted it by. And I just picked and choose some random Reddit posts. So these are all just Reddit posts that I'm reading currently. But yeah. So there's that one. I'm most interested, I want to see a picture of the burn marks, if there are burn marks on the concrete.
Curious on how that works.
I'm curious too, like completely honestly. I want to know what this thing was and how it left burn marks on concrete, because like, I've had my fair share of things that definitely don't want me around, but I've never had anything like that happen. Thunder outside is crazy. I'm not prepared for when the storm fully comes here. It hasn't been terrible here. It's been like raining and lightly thundering, so I'm assuming it's gonna come either tomorrow or later tonight. Also, I think I could do one more if you guys want to listen to one more before I go make some dinner. Would we like another ghost story, or would we like a possible short story?
Well, aren't No Sleep a lot, longer?
They are a lot longer, but I think the other one is kinda lengthy.
Well, what are the options on No Sleep then?
Yeah, the other one's kinda lengthy. The other one, this one, I think was the most interesting in the r/ghost, being completely honest. The r/no-sleep one are the my neighbor has been beckoning my children from his window at night, or my neighbor's apartment was sealed for over 20 years. Last Friday they opened it. I wish they hadn't.
I want the apartment one.
You want the apartment one? Another story, may I? I mean, possibly. Okay. Do we want the apartment story, guys? Because I'm totally fine. It's just gonna be long, so buckle in. Alright. So, this is from a month ago. Is Gamal Frank. My neighbor's apartment was sealed for over 20 years. Last Friday they opened it. I wish they hadn't. I won't give my name or the city. Let's just say it's an old working-class neighborhood in a city that's seen better days. The kind with old brick buildings crammed together, streets barely wide enough for one car to squeeze through. I'd lived in this particular building pretty much my whole life, or at least as long as I can remember. It was an old walk-up, definitely older than me, older than my dad. Cracked plaster, stairs worn unevenly, lights that flickered on their own schedule, and water pressure that was more of a suggestion than a guarantee. Standard stuff for the area. The building had its quirks, things we've all gotten used to. You'd hear odd thumps in the night, the hallway light on our floor would sometimes flare, then dim for no reason. The cat belonging to a woman on the second floor would occasionally hiss at one specific spot on the third floor landing and refuse to pass. You know, the kind of stuff people chalk up to the house settling, or old wiring, or whatever explanation lets you sleep at night. Life's got enough real scares, right? But all those oddities were one thing. Apartment 4B, directly across the narrow hallway from ours, was something else entirely. That apartment, it was sealed. Sealed shut since before my family moved in. We're talking over 20 years, locked with a heavy-duty, rust-caked padlock on a thick hasp, bolted into the door and frame. The wooden door itself was weathered, paint peeling, showing the scars of time and damp, but it was firmly closed, and nobody ever went near it. When we first moved in, my dad, God rest his soul, asked the old man who owned the building then about 4B. Why was it locked up tight, not rented out like all the others? The landlord at the time was elderly even then, but still sharp. His face clouded over, and his voice, usually gentle, became stern. That apartment is my business, son. I don't keep it locked to rent it out. You mind yours. That was enough for no one in the building to ever bring it up with him again. The old landlord himself was a bit of a recluse, lived in a ground floor unit, rarely spoke, barely seen. When he got too frail, his son started coming by to look after him, and eventually the building. But even the son clammed up if you asked about 4B. That apartment was a source of silent, creeping dread for all of us on the 4th floor. Especially us, right opposite. Why? The sounds. The sounds that came from it. Not loud, startling noises. No, these were quiet, faint, but persistent and deeply unsettling. Sometimes you'd hear the soft scratching, like a trapped animal from the other side of the door. Other times, a low, broken murmuring, like someone whispering just below the threshold of understanding. And then there was the sound that unnerved me the most. A faint, electrical hum, or a deep, resonant thrumming, like a massive detent engine. A sound that had no business being in a sealed apartment. We were pretty sure it had its utilities disconnected over a decade ago. These sounds weren't constant. They had a strange rhythm, usually late at night or in those dead quiet hours just before dawn when the city finally holds its breath. At first, we told ourselves it was just sound carrying from other apartments through the old walls. But over time, focusing, we became certain. The source was 4B. Beyond the sounds, other things were linked to that apartment. The patch of hallway floor directly in front of its door, for instance, was always colder than the rest of its landing. Even in the height of summer, when the buildings felt like an oven, if you stood there, you feel a distinct, unsettling chill, like a pocket of winter air. The stray cats that sometimes snuck into the building to sleep on the stairs, they'd never go near that spot. They'd approach, then stop, arch their backs and either turn around and skirt wide around it, or hurry past as if spook. My mom would always mutter a prayer and sprinkle salt in front of our own door, sometimes reciting scripture a little louder when the sounds from 4B were more noticeable. My dad tried to reassure us, saying, "It's just your imagination," or "probably rats or old pipes," even though he knew, and we knew, that it was nonsense. No rats could make those specific sounds, and a sealed apartment wouldn't have active pipes behaving like that. As I got older, into my teens and then my 20s, 4B became more of an obsession. The curiosity was eating me alive. What was in there? Why was the original landlord and then his son so adamant about keeping it sealed? And those damn sounds. I started paying closer attention, trying to decipher them. Why the whispering in any recognizable... Was the whispering in any recognizable language? Was the scratching rhythmic? Did the hum fluctuate? Sometimes late at night, after my parents were asleep, I crack open our door and stand in the darkened hallway, just listening. Once, I pressed my ear against the cold, ancient wood of 4B's door. The chill I mentioned seeped right through my clothes, and I heard something like a clock ticking, but incredibly slow and erratic. Tick, then a long silence, then 2 quick ticks, then an even longer silence, followed by like a deep, shuddering intake of breath. Then the ticking resumed. My heart hammered against my ribs. I scrambled back to our apartment, slammed our door, convinced an eye had been watching me through some unseen crack in 4B. I started asking the older tenants, the one who have been there even longer than us. One elderly woman on the 2nd floor, a tiny lady who lived in the apartment her whole life, lowered her voice and glanced around conspiratorially. "My boy," she said, her accent thick. "That apartment, it was closed up even before the old man bought this place. They say people lived there, then vanished. Just gone. And they say, God forgive me, they say it was touched by something not good. When he bought it, he left it as it was, said no one should ever open it, so the badness inside doesn't spread." Her words chilled me more than any draft under that door. That old? And what did she mean, badness that spreads? Our next door neighbor on our floor, a kind but jumpy woman, told me she sometimes smelled a strange odor sleeping from under 4B's door. Not just must or damp, but something else, like ancient dust mixed with the scent of burnt wood or strange cloying incense. An odor that was making her feel sick. She said her youngest son was playing in the hall once and just froze in front of 4B, staring. When she asked him what he was looking at, he said he saw a faint light coming from under the door. She, of course, freaked out, dragging him inside, and forbid him from playing near 4B ever again. All this just fueled my morbid curiosity and my growing dread. I became fixated. I'd wait for the sounds, trying to understand them. I'd watch the door as if expecting it to spontaneously reveal its secrets. I started dreaming about it. Horrible, oppressive dreams. I once dreamt I was standing before 4B, and the door creaked open on its own, revealing pitch blackness within. But I could feel something approaching from that darkness, something vast and shapeless. I woke up ice cold, drenched in sweat. The old landlord eventually passed. His son inherited the building. The son was a bit more approachable than his father, more willing to engage. One day, I gathered my courage. Along with 2 other guys from the building who were just as easy as I was, we decided to talk to him, and finally got some answers. We went down to his father's old apartment, now his office. He opened the door, looking surprised. We sat in the small, cluttered living room that still smelled faintly of old books and pipe tobacco. We carefully botched the subject of 4B, the sounds, the concerns. At first, he tried to brush it off, just like his father, old building, overreactive imaginations, but we persisted, detailing the specific sounds, the cold, the smell, and his face changed. The unease was clear. He lowered his voice, glancing around as if he was afraid of being overheard. Look, guys, my father made me swear never to talk about 4B, never to go near it. He inherited the building with that apartment already sealed. The previous owner warned him, told him never to open it, never to rent it. Said it wasn't like other apartments. That it was connected to something else. Something very old and very wrong. My father was terrified of it. He said keeping it locked was what protected all of us. I leaned forward. Connected to what? What do you mean connected to someone else? Or something else? He shook his head. I don't know specifics. All I know is he feared it profoundly. He said the sounds, they were from things not of this world. He said there were certain nights of the year when the sounds got worse, the cold in front of the door became biting, and on those nights, absolutely no one should go near it. His words were like gasoline on a fire. My curiosity piqued, but a new, deeper layer of fear was settling in. What was this something else? What about these certain nights? Months passed. Things stayed the same. Faint sounds, the cold spot, a low hum of anxiety among the tenants, until the event that changed everything. The landlord's son, despite his father's warnings, was struggling. The building was old, repairs were constant, and he wasn't a wealthy man. He started talking about 4B. Maybe, just maybe, he could open it, clean it out, and rent it. The money would be a lifesaver. We heard whispers of this and grew genuinely alarmed. We tried to reason with him, reminding him of his father's words, the warnings. But desperation, or maybe just the lure of potential income, was a powerful motivator. He said he'd get someone to check it out properly, maybe even get a priest or someone to bless it before he did anything drastic. He had to find a solution for the dead space. And so, a few days later, he did. He brought a handyman, a burly guy with a crowbar and a power drill. It was a Friday afternoon. Most people were home from work or out. I was at my window, watching the hallway through a crack in the curtains, my stomach in knots. The handyman seemed unfazed. Probably thought it was just an old, stuck door. The landlord looked nervous. They started on the padlock with the drill. It was rusted solid, clinging to the doorframe with grim determination. The shriek of the drill bit into the metal echoed through the hallway, loud and jarring. After several minutes of grinding and a loud final crack, the padlock broke and clattered to the floor. The door was now held on by whatever internal locks it might have had, or just by age and inertia. The landlord looked at the handyman, who just shrugged. The landlord took a breath and pushed the door. swung inward slowly, with a groan of ancient protesting wood. It opened just a sliver, maybe 6 inches. And from that opening, at first, nothing. Just darkness. But then suddenly, all ambient sounds ceased. The distant city hum, the murmur of traffic, the kids playing in the street below, even the hum in the refrigerator in my own apartment. Everything went silent. A profound, unnatural silence, like the world had been put on mute. And it wasn't just the silence, the air itself changed. It became heavy, and a biting, unnatural cold billowed out from that narrow gap. Not the localized chill we were used to, but a penetrating, deathly cold that seemed to suck the warmth from your bones. The light in the hallway, the weak afternoon sun filtering through the stairwell window, began to dim, as if a storm cloud had instantly blotted out the sky. This all happened in seconds. The landlord and the handyman froze, staring at that dark sliver. I stood paralyzed behind my curtains, feeling the same crushing silence, the same invasive cold, watching the light fade. And from within that 6-inch gap, something began to emerge. Not smoke, not fog. It was like fine black ash, impossibly soft, drifting out in slow, deliberate eddies, as if dancing in the air that had no current. A cold ash, matte black, utterly devoid of any sheen. It began to coat the floor in front of 4B. Then, a sound. The only sound to break through that suffocating silence. Not loud, but impossibly deep and sorrowful. A sound like a long, drawn-out cosmic sigh, or the final exhalation of a dying universe. A sound filled with all despair, all the finality, all the loss of existence. A sound that felt like it was pulling the soul from my body. The handyman let out a choked scream and stumbled back, dropping his crowbar with a clang that was horribly loud with the returning, yet still muffled soundscape. He turned and fled, scrambling down the stairs, his footsteps echoing wildly. The landlord stood rooted to his spot, his face a mask of horror, eyes wide, staring into the gap as the black ash began to settle on his clothes and hair. I couldn't watch anymore. I slammed my door, bolted it, and retreated to the furthest corner of my bedroom, hands clamped over my ears, trying to block out that soul-crushing sigh, eyes squeezed shut against the image of that encroaching darkness. But in the silence, the wrong silence, was still there, a pressure against my eardrums. The cold was seeping under my door. I don't know how long I stayed like that. Minutes, maybe an hour. Gradually, I sensed the oppressive weight lifting. The normal sounds of the building and the city began to filter back in, faint at first, then growing to their usual levels. The terrifying sigh was gone. Gathering every last shred of courage, I crept out of my room. I went to my front door and peered through the peephole. The landlord was still in the hallway, alone, leaning back against the opposite wall, his face pale as death. He was staring at the door of 4B, still ajar by that same 6 inches, the black ash thick on the floor before it. I unlocked my door and stepped out. He was trembling. What was that? What's in there? I whispered. He looked at me with vacant eyes, his voice a ragged whisper. Not an apartment. There's nothing. Just void, cold, and the end. Everything ends in there. He said nothing more. I helped him stumble back to his own apartment downstairs and sat him in a chair. I went back up, drawn by that terrible, cursed curiosity. The sentient gap remained. The cold was still intense, and as I approached, the ambient sounds of the hallway seemed to recede again, as if being absorbed. I stood before the opening and peered inside. At first, only darkness. A blackness deeper and more absolute than any night I'd ever known. But as my eyes struggled to adjust, I realized it wasn't just darkness. It was emptiness. An infinite void. No walls, no ceiling, no floor. Just an endless expanse of cold, silent black. And in that blackness... I don't know, what are you doing in the apartment, Void? Get out! He needs to make his money!
I need a place to live!
He needs his money, Void! The rent! You're not paying rent!
I pay rent and cold. I help with the electricity bill.
And in that blackness, distant faint pinpricks of light, like stars, but these stars were dying. I watched, horrified, as they slowly, inexorably faded, one by one, like guttering candles. I witnessed the heat death of a universe, the final extinguishment of all light and energy. I saw, or felt, the very last speck of light wink out. And then, nothing. Absolute black, absolute cold, absolute silence. The cease of all being. Oblivion. That silent, static view was more terrifying than any monster, any tangible threat. This wasn't the horror of something attacking you. It was the horror of ultimate, inevitable annihilation. The terror of eternal, empty, cold nothingness. I felt a sense of insignificance, a cosmic futility. So profound it threatened to shatter my sanity. My existence, humanity, the earth, the sun, the galaxies, all just a fleeting flicker, destined for this. I don't know how long I stared. Seconds, perhaps. But it felt like an eternity of utter despair. Then, I couldn't take it. I recoiled, stumbling back, hitting the opposite wall, feeling as if my soul was being siphoned away. I looked at the narrow opening, like the maw of some cosmic beast, waiting to swallow what little light and life remained of our world. In that moment, I knew. 4B wasn't just haunted. It wasn't just a place of ancient evil. It was a window. A viewport onto the end of all things. Perhaps time flowed differently in there. Or perhaps it was a fixed point, forever displaying that final, silent scene. I didn't know, and I really didn't want to. All I knew was that I had to get away. I ran back into my apartment, grabbed a bag, threw in whatever essentials I could find, and fled. Out of the apartment, out of the building, out of the neighborhood, without a backward glance. I walked until my legs gave out, then caught a bus. Any bus. Heading anywhere else. I'm in a motel room now, somewhere anonymous. Hands shaking as I type this. That vision is seared into my brain. That blackness, the cold, the dying stars, the feeling of absolute terminal finality. I'm terrified of the dark now, of silence. I'm afraid to close my eyes because I see it all again. I don't know what the landlord did. Did he manage to close the door? Did he sell the building? Is he still even there? I don't know, and I don't want to. The handyman who ran, the other tenants, I can't think about them. All that matters now is how I can possibly go on living after seeing that. How can I return to any semblance of normal life, knowing that what the end truly looks like? Knowing that an old wooden door in a crumbling tenement in a forgotten part of the city opens to absolute oblivion. I'm writing this as a warning, I guess. Or maybe just to get it out, to feel like that I'm not the only one who knows, to feel slightly less insane. If you live in an old place, if there's a locked room nobody ever talks about, if you hear strange sounds or feel unexplained cold, please just leave it alone. Walk away. Curiosity won't just kill you. It can take your soul by showing you the bleak, cold, silent truth waiting for us all. God help us. I really don't know what else to say.
So the Magnus Archives.
I know nothing about the Magnus Archives. I need to start looking into that.
I think you'd enjoy it, honestly.
I mean, I listen to Welcome to Night Vale, so probably.
This is like more in the horror section of that.
But there might be candy. Maybe. Perhaps. I'm a witch and can often feel that I am not alone. While I just starting to settle into my room, the door kept slightly opening and closing. One night I said aloud, if you don't knock it off, I will banish your ass out of here. It soon stopped. I, however, believe that it was a ghost of my cat that often came into my room. I say this because during that time I also would feel a cat brushing up against my legs as I did my rituals. If Milo can hear this, I miss and love you. Aw. See, I'm, like, certain Mamau comes and visits every once in a while, because, like, I'll be doing something in another room, and some shit, like, falls, and just fucking, I'm like, okay, what is this? And it's, like, it's like fucking American cheese, which I'm sorry, no one's gonna get this until I explain this. Mau Mau fucking loved cheese. She would go absolutely berserk for cheese. So it was just one day, I was just sitting in my living room and I heard a bang and I look in my kitchen and there's nothing. I open the fridge, the cheese is no longer in the drawer. It has somehow gone out of the drawer and like fallen down onto the bottom of the of the fridge. So I'm like, okay, listen, we can't do this. So
cheese tack.
She absolutely adores cheese and ice cream. She was a fiend for both of those.
Dairy products.
Yes.
I'm just thinking of Wallace and Gromit going, cheese eclipse, cheese.
What if I told you I just watched that for the first time, like, either this year or last year?
I wouldn't care. I'm not big on Wallace and Gromit.
Okay.
I don't think it's that good.
I was gonna say, I just watched it, and I got so much shit for just watching it, because I should have watched it beforehand, apparently.
Trust me, Lego gave me a lot of shit for not watching Monsters, Inc.
Oh, see, that's a little bit more surprising. I'm not gonna tell you to watch it, because, like, you do you, but... Oh, okay.
I already watched it. I won't watch it, like, later that day or something.
Gotcha. Sounds like your cat
Because
is
I
my
didn't get
spirit
the
animal. I love cheese. Dude, Mau Mau loved cheese, ice cream, and plastic.
Oh my god, just like Max!
Yeah, she basically, anytime that I put down, like, a plastic bag just on the ground, no matter if there's, like, groceries and shit in it or whatever, she would have jumped so fucking quick to get in that and just running around with it, like, over her head. Plastic, yeah, not to, like, eat, to, like, play in. But,
oh, no, with Max likes to chew on plastic. She likes the texture.
oh, she didn't chew it, luckily. I never had to worry about that with her, so I didn't, like, ever worry about, but I still, like, obviously watched her, but, like, she one time got it around her, like, back legs and, like, ran around the house like that as I tried to chase her, because, you know, she was freaking the fuck out. But... Yeah.
By the way, I had opened up another stream just to check something out real quick, and I instantly get hit with an ad, and there is a fucking psychic tarot reading ad. So Google definitely fucking pays attention. And if you avoid the public, it'd be like, yeah, that probably means you need a reading. Nah,
no, it doesn't. It just means Google's watching you.
Yeah, that's not us. That's just Google being Google.
So. Yeah,
we're not like the predatory like palm readers and tarot readers. We don't think that everything's a sign for you to get a reading.
We're not the ones on TikTok. This is meant for you because there's no hashtags, nothing like that.
I get so many of those.
I barely get any of those anymore, if I'm being honest. I have one specific like witch that I follow that like I got because I have a candle for Mau Mau. Because I have, like, a whole little shrine for her with, like, her collar, her ashes, and then her fur and stuff that I was given.
I think we follow the same one.
Yeah. But she actually posted a, like, video about making the candle. And I, like, freaked the fuck out because I'm like, that's mine! That's mine! So, I have that, like, saved. But I only really follow her, and she does mostly bone readings rather than tarot readings, which are super cool in my opinion. So.
Oh, I might know who you're on about, if it's bone readings.
That's possible. There's a few big bone readers that I found on TikTok, but I have one in particular that I don't remember the name of off the top of my head, and my phone is being used for camera, so. Tarot card app, it's not as good as physical. No, the apps will never be as good, personally.
Yeah, it's...
What are bone readings?
Kind of, like...
Yeah.
No, just trying to like make an app that will randomize the cards. Is like there's only so much you can do with programming.
Yeah, that's kind of the big issue. Is you're not gonna get the same results type thing. So bone readings, from what I understand, a lot of the time people ask like yes or no questions, and then they throw. I think the majority that I see is like 4 bones, and depending on if they're crossed,
it could be anywhere between like 4 and 8 bones.
Yeah, I see mostly 4, at least on TikTok. But it can either be crossed for a yes from what I've seen, or separated and, like, not crossed for a no.
Yeah,
And
it's like touching for yes, not touching for no.
yeah,
that kind of stuff.
overlapping for a huge yes, slightly touching for a maybe. Like cinnamon sticks? I don't know the cinnamon stick one, so.
I've done cinnamon sticks and I've done matchsticks.
What is a cinnamon stick one? Is it the same idea?
It's the same thing. You just use it with just like with natural like wood or something.
Oh, okay.
It's the same thing.
You're not a real witch unless you can cast fireball.
I've done cinnamon sticks. I've done matchsticks. Matchsticks are my go-to because I like fire.
Oh, okay.
That should not surprise anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course you do. You're our little arsonist.
Are you looking at the Knights Templar deck, Zero? Out of curiosity? Or is it just the Templar Tarot? Because I'm seeing two different ones being pulled up. But I might learn. I might learn bone reading. I need to find bones. That's kind of the big thing, is I need bones. Yeah, okay. Yeah, let me take a look. Ooh. These are pretty. Don't post a link. It will bop you if you post a link. Don't do it.
I mean, I could permit, but...
Can you? I didn't know if that was a thing.
Yeah, should be. Permit.
It's Knights of Templar?
Knights of
Okay.
Templar? Okay, right, so I don't need a permit. I mean, I could, but...
Yeah.
They put the name.
I was gonna say, I have the pictures. They look pretty. They look nice. Yeah, for anyone that wants to get into tarot, I'll give a few, like, subtle things. You be careful getting into tarot, because your tarot cards will have personality, and they will be offended if you stop doing it after a while. At least most tarot. And, yeah, other than that, don't do it if you don't want to, basically. Learn your deck before you start, like, playing with it as well. Like, keep it around you for a few days, learn its energy, you learn yours, and things like that.
Oh yeah, I didn't do that when I bought mine.
Yeah, which is why I got kind of angry in, like, a haha funny way.
I'll be honest, like, one, I bought the deck because I like the shuffling cards.
Which is fair.
And like, the pictures are pretty. But also, like, you mentioned about, like, oh, don't abandon your deck or whatever because, like, bad things will happen.
You shouldn't abandon unless you... Okay, I should rephrase. Abandoning deck is one thing. If you have a communication with them and you separate, like, together, that's a different thing. You can separate yourself from your tarot deck. Like, you can say, okay, we're done, like, with our journey and things. That's okay. You can do that. You just have to communicate with your deck and be like, okay, this is what's happening type thing.
Oh, yeah, no, I didn't do that.
Oh, okay.
But here's the thing. The thing is, like, the cynical part of me and kind of, like, the spite as well was just like, I think this is bullshit. So I bought it, shuffled, pulled, got, like, a 5-card pull or whatever, and then just put it to the side and left it. Like, I pick it up every now and then and just shuffle it, but that's about it. I don't do anything else.
Even if you shuffle it, that sometimes is enough for a tarot deck, especially because, like, I'm sure yours knows you're not fully, like, yeah, this is true. So, it's probably fine, honestly.
And my issue is because it's like, okay, if a person's doing the tarot, they don't know me, and it's just, like, very vague and generic, and this is like, okay, well, I mean, this could just apply to anyone. But I guess the argument is like, yeah, that kind of just like the palm readers you get, like, or crystal ball readers or whatever, like, they're just trying to get money quickly or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But then the issue I have is, like, if the person even remotely knows me, it just feels too catered.
Well, here's
kind
of the big, like, difference between it being catered versus not. A lot of the times, if people are catering towards you, they're gonna say what you want to hear. Versus if it's a true, like, reading, if it tells you something rude, or if it tells you something that the person may not agree with, they're just gonna say it.
I mean, joke's on them, because I even don't know what I want to hear, so, like...
Fair!
I but then like the third issue, and I guess like the biggest one is just like every time I have got a tarot reading, whatever's been said just hasn't happened. So it's like, yeah, this is just kind of bullshit to me.
Okay, are you talking about in the future tense, the present tense, or the past tense? If we're doing like past, present, future spread. Because like as I always say, the future card always changes, no matter what.
I have no idea.
Okay.
It's just, like all the past tarot readings I have had, like I guess it was like the two besides like when I DM'd you, I was gonna like tell me about these 5 cards.
Yeah.
The two previous ones I'd gotten, I was like, just tell me how like the upcoming month is gonna go.
Okay.
Then it's just so I guess like future, and then
I was gonna say I can
like,
tell you that
future
for
to
certain is a
whatever,
future thing, which that will always change.
Yeah, and then it's just like it hasn't happened.
Yeah. So if it's specifically talking about future, there is no guarantee that that will ever happen. It has to go down a very specific path for that card to take its effect. There is a high chance that every time you got a tarot reading, whether it be the 2, 3 times, whatever, that you just did something that the cards were not saying was on that path, so that changed. That is just a constant no matter what you're talking about the future, whether it be palm reading, whether it be someone claiming that they see the future, anything like that. The future constantly changes with every single little decision you make, whether it's, oh, do I want toast or cereal for breakfast, whether it's, do I shower today or not. Everything will change something in the future. So that might be a big contribution to why you might feel like it's not happening.
I think like either one of the times or both of the times, like, oh, you're gonna like meet someone within the next month. It's like, bitch, I don't leave my house. Who am I meeting? like, oh, you know, like someone special is gonna come in your life. It's like, haha, yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah, because
the universe finds a way.
I was gonna say, I remember the one reading that I explained to you, and that didn't have anything like that in it. So.
Yeah, it's like I don't leave my house. Like, yeah, sure, I could probably meet someone like online or whatever, but it's also it's like I typically just don't talk to people, so like that, like.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Work.
I completely get the like skepticism and everything. I'm never gonna judge anyone for that. I will let you believe what you believe, and I'll believe what I believe. And as long as you don't fight me for it, I'm perfectly content with that.
I don't know, like I find tarot interesting. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm. It's
like,
definitely an interesting subject.
Like, I find it incredibly interesting. I used to be really big into star signs and everything like that.
See, I never got fully into star signs personally.
Today's getting up somewhat good.
You know, star signs I found super interesting. I even got like a full reading of my chart and everything. Like,
See, that's
yeah,
cool.
surprisingly, someone random does know when my birthday is.
Ah,
because I had to give them the information.
some random website.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, you actually got it like done. Okay, good.
Yeah. Because my very secret private Twitter that was like used to just be like all about like astrology and everything, and one of the people I followed was like they do this as a living for like astrological readings and charts and everything. And they were doing a giveaway, and I ended up winning it. So they did a full reading of my chart, and I even have the document for like.
That's cool. That's kind of neat.
I also won like another one of giveaways for like, hey, here's like my master document for just like the like all the placements and meanings for like the signs and everything like that. So,
gotcha. Okay.
I have interesting resources.
Yeah. I currently am debating getting like a past life reading done. But the main issue that I'm having right now is, from what I know, they only do things on Instagram, and I do not have an Instagram, nor do I really want to make an Instagram. So. Also, Rock, that is very funny, but I don't know if I would trust the tarot apps.
Yeah. Hey, look, if you want a tarot reading, I could redeem it for you right now if you like.
I was gonna say, I'm about to end stream, so.
No, you know, I'm about to redeem a tarot
but
reading for Rock.
I need to eat dinner.
Rock, would you like a tarot reading by Ethely Eclipse here?
I need to eat food!
Food can wait.
I actually need to sleep. I passed out for 45 minutes.
You should go sleep.
It's 2:38 a.m. Go bed.
You should go to
Yeah,
bed.
I only woke up like 5 minutes ago. I was like, there's still people here.
Yeah.
How convenient. Anyway, till next time.
Okay, goodbye. Alright, I'm gonna end
Yeah.
stream.
No, you're not. Rock, would you like
They
a tarot
said
reading by
see ya!
Ethely Eclipse?
They said goodbye!
I think that may have been to Raisin, because Raisin was going to bed.
No, they said
You
it
don't
before
know.
Raisin said that.
I don't think that's true.
Huh? What? Zero? I'm concerned. I'm just gonna, we're moving on. I don't want to know. I really don't want to know.
It's only facts.
They might be on about Instagram. Or
Oh, okay.
Twitter.
Gotcha. I was gonna say, huh? Okay.
Yeah,
But yeah.
that's a wild way to put it.
Alright, guys. I'm gonna go raid Shep. We're gonna give Shep some love. Shep is on Cowboy SMP. He's rebuilding stuff, so go give him all the love and support, guys. I should be back tomorrow. Yes, both my eyes are the same color. Yes. But
Okay.
I should be back tomorrow as long as everything with the dentist goes well. So, I'll keep you guys updated. But thank you guys for stopping by. I appreciate every single one of you. Take care of yourselves, and bye-bye, everyone!